Flesh to fade on busted walls. Someone's last joke, spray painted tall. Nothing to lose, cracked on a door. They took their shot, we kept the score. We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying rules on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. I hear them in the ringing, in the ringing. Hey! I see them where the ground is still singing. If every wind feels like this, tell me what did we miss? We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying runes on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is living, pull me under, break these chains, but leave my name. Smoke in my lungs, out on my tongue, footprint stamped and soaked. Black ground, I blink the red. Names in my head, helmets shine like teeth dug out. We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying wheels on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. Flesh to fade on busted walls. Someone's last joke, spray painted tall. Nothing to lose, cracked on a door. They took their shot, we kept the score. We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying rules on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is living, pull me under, break these chains, but leave my name. Smoke in my lungs, out on my tongue, footprint stamped and soaked. Black ground, I blink through red, names in my head, helmets shine like teeth dug out. We are the ash after thunder, breathing a ghost in the air, carrying wheels on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. Flesh to fade on busted walls. Someone's last joke, spray painted tall. Nothing to lose, cracked on a door. They took their shot, we kept the score. We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying rules on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. I hear them in the rain, in the rain. Hey! I see them where the ground is still singing. If every wind feels like this, tell me what did we miss? We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying runes on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is living, pull me under, break these chains, but leave my name. Smoke in my lungs, out on my tongue, footprint stamped and soaked. Black ground, I blink through red, names in my head, helmets shine like teeth dug out. We are the ash after thunder, breathing a ghost in the air, carrying wheels on our shoulders, too numb Flesh still fade on busted walls. Someone's last joke, spray painted tall. Nothing to lose, cracked on a door. They took their shot, we kept the score. We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying rules on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. I hear them in the rain, in the rain. Hey! I see them where the ground is still singing. If every wind feels like this, tell me what did we miss? We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying runes on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is living, pull me under, break these chains, but leave my name. Smoke in my lungs, out on my tongue, footprint stamped in soaked black ground. I blink the red, names in my head, helmets shine like teeth dug out. We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying rules on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. Flesh still fade on busted walls. Someone's last joke, spray painted tall. Nothing to lose, cracked on a door. They took their shot, we kept the score. We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying rules on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. cry too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. Excess is living, pull me under, break these.
And gentlemen, welcome in to the Empire Arena here for the Establishment Wrestling and Elias Roman presents Nothing to Lose, the Aftermath. I am your chief commentator, T.J. Lopes, joined by Mr. McKinnon. Mr. McKinnon, it is great to see you as always. I, for one, am incredibly excited for the amazing show that we're going to have tonight. I don't know how you're feeling, but look at you. You got a headset, you got a live mic, you can pull double duty on me here tonight,
double duty, making their way to the ring. Introducing first, from Joplin, Missouri, weighing in at 190 pounds, the Midwest Bluebird, Gage Brley. Yes, I'm doing double duty tonight because our esteemed ring announcer, chief ring announcer, De La Rosa, pretty much shaken up by last week's events. And, I'm filling in because that's what professionals do here at the establishment, and that's the way I like to keep it.
I am 100% with you, and I'm happy that you get to pull some double duty here tonight. And I, for one, also am happy to see Gage Riley making his TEW debut, a recent House of Champions graduate. I'm excited to see what this kid's got in the tank.
Introducing his opponent. From Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 180 pounds, still better, Austin Lane.
Austin Lane also making his TEW debut here at Nothing to Lose, the Aftermath. And again, this is a show that I have been looking forward to for a while. Now, while we do have some, no pun intended, established names on this card tonight, there are also a lot of young guys just looking for an opportunity, and I'm very excited to see what everybody is going to bring to the table tonight.
You know what? I am too. But I noticed you're wearing a suit.
I am.
And last week you were out here in your life memorabilia, and just curious, what's going on? You feeling okay tonight?
Well, Mr. McKinnon, I feel fantastic tonight. Again, I'm very excited, and as you know, I pretty much always wear a suit. In every interview I do, all my commentary gigs, I wear a suit. Last week, again, I just kind of tried to get ahead of the game a little bit. I didn't want to feel as embarrassed as I felt over the last month or so with Latinos in Full Effect running around and kind of having their way. Cover here. Just a one count, but my sources are telling me that pieces of Latinos in Full Effect are not actually here tonight, so I feel a little safer to wear my suit tonight than perhaps I would other nights.
Okay, well, I'll take that with a grain of salt. Let's get back to the action here in the ring. Like you said, we got some hot young talent. Ooh, nice shoulder block from Mr. Gage Brley. Again, the Midwest Bluebird. Do a nice leapfrog. Oh, good stuff. Mr. Still Better, Austin Love with a beautiful hip toss. Nice arm drag there. Gage having a little bit of trouble here in the ring.
Cover and a 2 count already. And you said it, Austin Lane coming out the gates hot, and Gage Riley not quite able to get out of the blocks so far. And Mr. McKinnon, you've seen a lot of wrestling in your days. What does it mean for guys like this to get their first match in a company like this? How much pressure is on their shoulders?
I mean, it's a lot of pressure. Anytime, oh my goodness, just, I know Austin Love felt that pressure right there, kicking the middle rope right into his manhood. It's a lot of pressure. Again, when you're making your name for yourself in the wrestling business, it's tough. You got a lot of eyes on you. Nobody wants to make a bad impression. Again, you only get one first impression. And so the pressure is always high. And Gage here looks like he's cool, calm, and collected after taking full advantage of, Austin Lane here in the corner.
Gage Riley now with strikes to the stomach and now an uppercut to the jaw. And What would it mean for a victory for these guys, especially on a show as big as Elias Roman presents Nothing to Lose, the Aftermath?
I mean, it'll mean a lot. We got a lot of former champions here. I mean, some of them are still working here, even though Elias has fired a lot of our TEW talent for getting his way, for not what's the way I want to look for? Not seeing things life's way. But a win here would mean monumental things. It means getting called up to the upper card. It means building momentum and getting closer to those championships. You know, that's what this business is all about, making a name for yourself.
Beautiful
just like
shotgun drop kick, Austin Lane.
Exactly, Austin Lane again making his nice step up knee in the corner.
Looks like he has fully recovered from the earlier offense. And looks like, I'm not sure exactly what he was going for there. Obviously, looked like he got hung up on the ropes. Cover and a kick out. Again, first time matches. Obviously, you're going to have jitters. Went for obviously a big move there. Just couldn't quite connect with it. But what is he going for here? Looking for that Rough Rider.
Oh man, countered by Gage and a fireman's carry. But again, Lane with those reverse elbows.
He calls this Lane Changer.
My goodness, heavy impact. Is he going to kick out? And no.
Austin Lane with a big victory here.
Here is your winner, Austin Lane.
Still better is not just a moniker. It is a way of life. Austin Lane showing out here at the pre-show at Nothing to Lose, the Aftermath. Trained at Fighting Spirit, and obviously he was taught quite a bit.
Beautiful Rough Rider there for that finish. Congratulations again to Austin Lane getting his TEW debut victory. Again, building that momentum that we talk about that's so important here in the establishment. Looking to see what Austin Lane has to give coming up in the future.
And also Gage Riley looking quite impressive in that match as well. Just came up a little bit short there. And that's just one of our 2 pre-show matches that we have. And next is going to include somebody that you guys may be familiar with, Mr. Chris Marvelous.
Making his way to the ring, the following contest is scheduled for 1 fall.
Introducing first, from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 185 pounds, he is a man who's marvelous in motion, Chris Marvelous.
The man who is marvelous in motion. I have worked with this man for months, and I am still a little unsure as to what that means. However, I can't help but notice that this guy is as positive and as strong-minded as just about anybody that I have ever come across. And you can think that that's crazy, you can think that that's impressive. Wherever you stand on that, there's one thing that's true. This man believes everything he says.
That's right. I mean, the man has got faith in himself, and he's got faith in the man up above. You know, I had a chance to chat with Chris Marvelous, and again, very strong in his faith, and that's what helps him have this superhero-like identity. He believes he can do anything. Philippians 4:13. Introducing his opponent from Hicksville, Ohio.
Weighing in at 185 pounds, Hunter James Evans.
Well, on top of this guy having a pretty sick middle name, considering that's also my middle name in James, I don't really know much about this young man outside of the fact that he is also a recent HOC grad, and from what I hear, Hunter Evans, quite the athlete.
Yes, I actually had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Hunter James Evans, and you know, he's got a lot of camera abilities. He's an actor. You know, he's been involved in commercials and things like that. So no stranger to the camera, to the spotlight.
Well, this is certainly no movie set, and it is going to get physical real quick. But this guy, again, from all accounts, has impressed early on. And you know who else has impressed? Chris Marvelous. He's recently had a couple of matches against Marshall Moore, who we'll see a little bit later on tonight, including a victory over Marshall Moore as well.
Yes, he does. Again, marvelous in motion. You say you don't know what that means. Again, everything he does, every move he makes is marvelous. It's that belief. Look at those 3 deep arm drags.
A trifecta of arm drags, if you will.
Absolutely. Again, this guy has, again, looks up to guys, Superman, everybody that stands for justice, and just coming from a pure place, he wants to be that shining beacon of light in the dark world that we live in today. So that's what Chris Marvelous is all about.
Well, that was a very nice counter there from Hunter Evans. Stepping on the foot of Marvelous, getting rid of that grip, and now Evans with a shoulder tackle of his own. And here we go. Let's see that athleticism. Marvelous with a nice leapfrog. Went for another hip toss. Didn't quite get it. Beautiful counter. Look at Evans go. And a moonsault.
Again, it may not be a movie set, but this guy's in great shape, and you see how he is always ready.
Certainly, if this guy, and look at this moonsault here. Standing moonsault.
That's right.
Absolutely picture perfect. And for Hunter Evans, not only former actor, Mr. McKinnon, former stuntman, which I would think acting combined with stuntmanning, pretty good recipe for, at least on paper, some success in the professional wrestling industry.
Absolutely. You got to be able to take some bumps when you're on the stunt set, and you got to be able to take some bumps here in the ring. None of them feel good, and not everybody feels comfortable enough to do it, but somebody's got to do the job. And,
I've heard people say that every wrestling match is like a car accident. Every single one,
Beautiful
just
drop
over
kick.
and over again. And you said it, absolutely beautiful drop kick from Hunter Evans. But this guy has actually been in stunt car crashes. Will he get a win? Not yet.
Man, takes a lot of guts in both fields. To get in that ring is no joke. And, again, putting your body on the line in multiple fields. I mean, I don't know. He might be a little bit of a daredevil there. You know, maybe he's one of those guys that he needs to feel some pain to feel alive. I'm not against it.
And for Chris Marvelous, this is a guy who has been putting in the work for months, if not years, just to try to make a name for himself. Even when Marvelous is not on the card, even when he is not performing that night, he is here, he is working, and he is doing everything he can to make sure that everybody knows how he lives his life. And that is marvelous.
That's right. Absolutely. Then now you're getting the hang of it. You're starting to learn a little bit some more, man.
Well, blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, you know what I mean?
Man, but again, Marvelous in a precarious position, man. This crowd, again, getting firmly behind Marvelous. Again, the man that doesn't want to give up, the man that believes in Philippians 4:13. He can do all things through Christ who strengthens him. And getting that counter, getting some firepower back in here.
Well, you know, there's also a saying that persistence oftentimes only delays the inevitable, but right now, Marvelous is saying it is not inevitable, and in fact, he is the one who is inevitable. Stomping around the ring. And what is he going for here? Running power slam.
Fantastic, showing that great power coming from behind. That's right, getting the crowd behind him. Again, what's not to like about Chris Marvelous? At a time like this, man, in a world like this, everybody needs a hero, and he's throwing his shirt out to the crowd. Again, building up his fan base.
I mean, what are you doing, Chris? You're going to be selling those shirts later for $19.95. What are you just giving away your merch for?
I mean, he's got a heart, you know?
Drops the axe handle right on the chest, directly to the heart of Hunter Evans.
Oh, man, a little bit too much showboating there. Again, Marvelous believing in himself, but taking too much time, his eyes off the ball, can come back to backfire.
Oh, went for that moonsault. Beautiful counter. Up and down like a modified 1916 cover. Well, let's do it now. And Marvelous out at 2 again.
That's right, keeping that fighting spirit alive, man. He's taking a beating here, but again, Marvelous is not one to give up easy. Oh, man. Evans calling his shot.
And what is he going for here? Going up to the top. We've seen him do a couple of moonsaults already, so what's he going to have in store for us here? Went for a 450.
Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. landing flat on his face. Hard impact off that 450. Marvelous looking to take advantage.
And we've seen this move before. He just said it. Welcome to the Marvelous Attraction.
Oh my goodness, what beautiful impact. Will it be enough?
And Chris Marvelous.
Here is your winner, Chris Marvelous.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not aware, that is Chris Marvelous's very first one-on-one victory here in TEW. So congratulations, Chris Marvelous. And as impressive as Hunter Evans was, that Marvelous Attraction was all it took for the man who is marvelous in motion to walk on out of here victorious.
I love to see it, man. Again, it just shows if you keep believing, you can accomplish anything, and that is what the man that's marvelous in motion is all about. Great victory for Chris Marvelous here.
And you know what? I hate to change the subject here, Mr. McKinnon, but how impressive was Hunter Evans in that match? We saw the athleticism, we saw the aggression. It just was that one mistake, and that comes with being young, and that ended up costing him.
Exactly. No, he absolutely impressive. Again, doing a beautiful standing moonsault. Again, looked in looking phenomenal shape, I should say. And but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough to get the job done. Marvelous had a little bit more experience here, and he's the guy that came out with the victory.
Well, I have a feeling that all four of those men that we just saw on our pre-show here, they are going to be back again, and they are going to be forces to be reckoned with here at the Establishment Wrestling. And speaking of forces to be reckoned with, what a show we have for everybody here, Mr. McKinnon. It's going to be a fantastic night, and I would be remiss if I did not start with the colossal triple threat match that's going to be taking place tonight. Lunar Lopez, who we saw get his first one-on-one victory here in TEW last week on April 4th, is going to be competing against Marshall Moore and Tiberius, two big competitors. How do you think Lunar Lopez is going to fare tonight, going from somebody like Samuel Kincaid versus two behemoths like Marshall Moore and Tiberius?
I'm telling you, it's going to be a phenomenal match. It's going to be a lot to go over. We're going to get phenomenal action here at ringside. I can't wait to see it. But again, I'm pulling double duty. We know Della Rosa, our lovely ring announcer, again, run off by Life and the anti-establishment. So I'm going to go ahead and do my job and get ready to call this phenomenal night.
You got it, Mr. McKinnon. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to having you join me again.
Anytime somebody rejects you, remember, it's just an opportunity for you to accept you.
I'm me, I don't know nobody else I'm supposed to be. I won't let nobody else. 'Cause I'm me, I don't know nobody else I'm supposed to be.
Walk through this life standing on my 2 feet.
I won't let nobody else. I was running from my destiny, didn't believe my pedigree. That nigga was everything put together, my recipe. I think I'm gonna go out there. Tell them when the lights there. Let's work my time, then I'm a wet, so I can start my eye. Don't show my sign, and yes, being in no existence. Sort of like a wish list. What was up with these predicaments? Lord knows that I'm different. My girlfriend's persistent. I prove them more than resistant. If you listening, I'm Kendrick. Let's go, I'm the only one that feels like an anomaly. Getting back to the place where I'm thinking like a prodigy. Something my whole being is it based off the economy. My resources are Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nothing to Lose, the Aftermath, here in Castleberry, Florida, at the Establishment. Let me hear you make some noise tonight. We've got an exciting event tonight. We've had a lot of chaos over the last few weeks, and we are here to put some of these things to bed tonight. You guys are in store for a show. So I just have one question for you. Are you ready for some professional wrestling tonight?
I know I am,
No,
folks.
I said, are you ready for some pro wrestling tonight? That's what I like to hear. So, with that being said, we have an amazing surprise for you here at the Establishment.
Hang on, what?
Making their long-awaited return.
What? Oh my goodness! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the future of professional wrestling, or at least according to some. It's Destin.
Professional wrestling, making their return to the establishment, Destin!
We haven't seen Destin in months, and there hasn't really been a lot of information as to why. I'm hoping Destin can clarify where he has been over the last few months, but I know one thing. I can tell you right now, there's one man who is not happy at all that Destin is here, and that is the king of the establishment, Elias Roman. I don't think Destin's very happy to see me for whatever reason, but I'll tell you what. Whether you like it or not, folks, Destin is back.
TEW fam, how you doing tonight? That's good, that's good. You know, I'm really excited to be here tonight, but if I'm being honest, I don't have the best news for you. See, 2 months ago, I had to go and get my appendix, which required surgery. And as you see, I'm moving, I'm feeling good, but doctors have told me specifically I cannot compete in a pro wrestling ring.
Ooh.
And honestly, I've been taking it kind of rough. I mean, my whole life I said I want to be a pro wrestler, and I've been doing it. I mean, I've been living my dream, and it's all been taken. But let me make something clear. This is not Destin giving up. This is not Destin quitting. I have said for too long, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. I am not going in the towel yet. I've had people try to take me out. I've had my own body try to take me out. And I'm still here standing. So let me make this known. When I come back, I'm coming back bigger. I'm coming back better. I'm going to be the best version of Destin and show everyone that I am Destin and I am the future of professional wrestling.
Well, future of professional wrestling, I believe, is about to meet the present of professional wrestling. And I said it earlier on. I know you weren't here, McKinnon, when I said it. There's one man who I can tell you is not happy that Destin is here, and that's the king himself, Elias Roman.
Man, I don't know if I call him a king. He calls a self-proclaimed king. The kings that I know usually have a little bit of humility to them, and Elias is anything but that. I was very much looking forward to hearing more of what Destin's comeback story was going to be. Somebody that's, in my opinion, the heart and soul of the establishment. And Elias takes the life out of the establishment.
Pun intended.
It's funny, Destin. It's funny how you claim to be the future of professional wrestling, but last time I checked, you haven't done a lot of professional wrestling. Your body is fighting against you. What? The system is fighting against you. That's the problem. That's the problem with little kids in this day and age. Is that they think that everything and everyone is against them. Destin, you're not the future of professional wrestling. You're the joke of professional wrestling.
I don't agree with that at all.
And I'm a champ! And last time I checked, 30 days, no compete clause. I don't think you read the fine print. I don't think your mommy read the fine print. Destin, you've been a joke in my ring. Last time I checked, I didn't invite you into my ring to share your sob story. This ain't a business of sob stories. This is a business of champions, not little bums and little kids
What the?
Whoa! Whoa!
He just made his return,
Wait a
and
minute.
he's getting fired.
That's Malik Bosetti. My gosh, we haven't seen him in a year plus. My goodness.
What the hell you got going on, bro? Elias, I have been in the back. I've seen you running rampant, bro. No. Look at me when I'm talking to you. All right? I was there in the beginning. I was there when he was in Firestar. Me chasing championships. Me main eventing your promotions. And now you walk your ass in here in my promotion and try to raise hell? Fire in the future for what? What, you scared of him? You scared of him? Huh?
Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared of you. Ain't nobody scared of you. And that's the problem, bum. You old man. You've been in the back watching me. You've been in the back watching me become champ. I ain't the kid from Firestar. I ain't the kid from North Carolina. I'm a grown-ass man, and I'm talking to you like a grown-ass man. If you got a problem with me, come fit me in the ring. Come.
Oh, no. Don't go nowhere. Don't walk too far. See, while you're trying to be established, I'm out there in different countries, making names for myself, main event in different promotions. So yes, I've been in the back here watching you. And you know what? Your reign is up, little man. You know why? Because this old man that you said can still run you ragged in his ring. Step up, bro.
Step up. Step up. How about step aside? How about step aside like you've been doing for the past, year or two? You've been stepping aside. Well, I've been stepping on everyone. Everyone. I even stepped on you. I stepped on Jay Silver. I stepped on Mikey Spandex. And where are they? Where are they? Hurt? Fired. They left because I'm the champ. Hey, you know what? I don't got time for this. Unfortunately, God has blessed me to be the champ. And unfortunately, God has blessed you to be an old ass bum. I hate to say it. But unfortunately, it has to be you. It has to be you to get stomped on. It has to be you to get your head knocked off your shoulders. It has to be you to be my next victim. You old freaking man. Standing up for children. And that's the problem. Is that old men keep stepping up when they should step aside and step into a retirement home. I don't got time for you.
Man, Elias again.
I'll see you tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try my best to sift through what we just saw. Elias Roman has fired Destin, and Malik obviously not very happy
Man,
with
Malik.
that outcome, and Malik has now stepped up to the plate to try to put Elias Roman in his place.
Man, Malik stepping up to the plate again. I love when I see the establishment members do something to have some spine and have some integrity, something to get this ball rolling. But again, I'm going back to doing my job, and we're going to get back to the action here in just a second.
The following contest is a triple threat match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Making his way to the ring.
talked about it at the top of the show. Triple threat action here. Big business. Marshall Moore looking to continue the momentum he had from defeating Chris Marvelous last week. Marshall is big, mean, and ready to go here tonight, and obviously this crowd not particularly happy to see big business.
Introducing his opponent.
Oh, and by the way, I've known him for quite a while. I still have no idea what in the world is in that briefcase. Hopefully someday we'll get some clarification on that. And speaking of big, this man may just put the big in big business as well.
From the Golden Land, weighing in at 270 pounds, the epitome of divinity, Tiberius.
We've got a man who looks at himself as the CEO of his own brand, and now a man who looks at himself as the epitome of divinity. And when you look like that, I'm certainly not going to argue that fact. Tiberius not used to being not the largest man in the match, but he finds himself in that spot tonight.
Introducing their opponent.
And these are two gargantuan challengers in the way of this man. The Street Drummer has taken the establishment wrestling by storm. Over the last 6 weeks, he has 3 victories and 1 defeat, but that defeat was mainly due to Samuel G. Kincaid's antics. But Lunar Lopez, you can hear by this crowd, has quickly become a fan favorite here at the establishment wrestling. Lunar Lopez has a giant, and I mean that literally, challenge ahead of him though tonight. These men combined outweigh him by a total of 225 pounds combined. That is a huge task for anyone, including Lunar Lopez. But this is one of those matches I'm interested to see how all 3 of these men will respond to the challenge. And we are underway. Triple threat action. And ladies and gentlemen, just in case you are unfamiliar with how triple threat matches work, there are no disqualifications, no countouts. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission. And obviously it is still 1 fall to the finish. So you do not have to be involved in the decision to lose the match. And now big business clubbing Lunar Lopez in the side of the head, and Lopez returning the favor. And again, Lopez is definitely going to be fighting from underneath both these gargantuan human beings, and a drop kick to Marshall Moore. And let's welcome back Mr. McKinnon. Mr. McKinnon, looking great out there with your ring announcing, sir.
Well, you know, I appreciate it, man. You know, doing double duty. I love working hard. Hard work pays off. And just like the man Lunar Lopez in the ring, I heard what you had to say about him fighting off these 2 gargantuan men. But I mean, again, being a street drummer, being on the streets of Kissimmee, Florida, you know, the guy's got some fight in him. And we all know how that Osceola drive is. And the street drummer right here with that Osceola drive taking on these 2 gargantuan competitors, as you just mentioned.
Lopez, despite the size difference for these 2 men, and now we have a collision. Tiberius staggering, but Marshall Moore still on his feet.
Oh my goodness!
And a swinging DDT from Lopez.
My goodness, right on the crown of his head. Nasty DDT from Lunar Lopez to Big Business LLC.
And I got to ask you this, Mr. McKinnon. How much chance do you give Lunar Lopez when, again, he's being outweighed by each individual man by a combined 225 pounds, covering only a 1 count?
I mean, he looks like he's doing pretty good for himself. You know, he's doing what you need to be doing. When you are a smaller talent, you got to stick and move. Oh, my gosh. He was doing good. I stand corrected. Lunar Lopez.
You know, when you got size differences like this, Mr. McKinnon, it's one big move like that, and suddenly the entire complexion of the match changes. Whereas Lunar Lopez, you just saw it, was running around like a madman. Cover here. Will this be it? No, not yet. Was running around like a madman just trying to survive for 5 minutes, and all it took was one big boot, and now Lunar Lopez is completely overwhelmed.
I mean, you know, goodness gracious, hard Irish whip into that turnbuckle. You know what I mean? When you get into the business of pro wrestling and you're the size of somebody like Lunar Lopez, you have to know that you're going up against some big, stiff competition. And, you know, right now it looks like he might get a little bit of a break. Oh, well, it only lasted so long. It looked like Tiberius is going to put a little bit of his focus on Marshall Moore, but now he's giving it to Lunar Lopez with some stiff shoulders in the middle of that, or in the corner there of that ring. Oh, my goodness.
Enormous chops from Tiberius. We saw that against Samuel Kincaid, and I can't help but notice that Lunar Lopez is not screaming like a little girl like Samuel Kincaid did.
He is not. He's got, my gosh, firing back.
Lunar Lopez not afraid to lay it in there, but like I said, all it took was one forearm strike, and Lopez back down, fighting from underneath.
Goodness. Lunar Lopez tried to chop the bacon off of Tiberius, but he made sure he paid for that big time. Huge forearm, huge scoop slam, going for the cover here.
And there is big business. Marshall Moore breaking that one up. And again, in a triple threat match, not like a normal match, you always have to keep your head on a swivel.
Absolutely. Again, the minute you think you have the upper hand, somebody's there to take the shine right away from you. Again, you have to have your head on a swivel. My goodness. Big kick to the face and shoulder of Tiberius. Big business with a big kick. This guy, he's, you know what I like? Oh, my goodness.
Moore just flings Tiberius into the ring post, and now Marshall Moore seems to be setting him up for that big kick. And again, for Lunar Lopez, it doesn't matter which way you turn. You're going to face a guy who vastly outweighs you. And now he's got to turn his attention to big business.
Man, let's go. Lunar Lopez getting that crowd fired up. Some of our fans being really smart, moving out of the way, looking like what might be a dive. Oh, caught. His momentum used against him.
Huge forearm right to the face. Marshall Moore, again, defeated Chris Marvelous last week, so he's working with a little bit of momentum. What would a win in a match like this do for somebody like Big Business, who this is one of his first 4 A's into the actual main card here on the establishment cover? Could this be it? No, and a kick out. That too.
I mean, Big Business would be cashing some more checks and making some big business if he wins more matches and puts some of those string of wins together. I think a win for him is gonna, you know, boost his stock and help him climb up a little bit more of that corporate ladder in the establishment.
And a win in a match like this really goes a long way, whether you're going after the king, Elias AK-47 Roman, and his anti-executive championship, or even if you're going after, you know, Daniel Starling and his WNRN championship, which, by the way, we're going to be hearing from Raylan Bennett later on tonight. We're assuming that he's going to be addressing his loss to Daniel Starling last week. Regardless of who you go after, a win in a match like this puts you in contention, or at the very least, it puts you in the conversation to get a title match down the road.
Absolutely. A lot of eyeballs on this match here tonight, and we definitely want to thank JM Graphics and Wraps for sponsoring this match. Again, if you need any of your graphics and wraps done, make sure you get a hold of JM Graphics and Wraps. But yes, lots of eyes on this championship caliber talent in the ring. It's just a matter of all these guys putting it together. And again, Big Business making short work of, my goodness, Lunar Lopez. Again, quick knee to the gut. Big Business fighting off here, looking very impressive, as you were saying here. Again, you put the spotlight on him, and now he's making sure that he's not letting that shine go.
I've always said sometimes all it takes is being the biggest man in the match, and that is where Marshall Moore finds himself. When you have size, you always have an advantage. And now Marshall Moore, what is he going for? Looking like perhaps a cloverleaf submission here. And yes, exactly.
Oh,
That's
my
what he's going for, a
goodness.
cloverleaf submission, modified cross-leg Boston Crab. And Lunar Lopez, all the pressure in the world is on his middle back right now.
Man, listen, Luna Lopez is in trouble, man, but I got to tell you, I'm very much impressed by Marshall Moore here. Texas Cloverleaf is one of my favorite submissions. I don't think it's done enough in the business, and I love the fact that he's bringing it back. Shows that he's got, again, some good love and history for the game. You know, big business isn't just all talk. He puts in the work, too.
And Marshall Moore, or I should say Lunar Lopez, able to fight out of that cloverleaf impressively using his core strength. But again, Marshall Moore, just too much size right now for Lunar Lopez.
Man, again, when you're getting into this business, you know you're going to be fighting for your life. And Lunar Lopez knew what he was getting into. So I respect his tenacity for staying in this with these two behemoths like you just mentioned, man. Tiberius taking it to
look
him.
At Lopez,
Oh,
crossbody!
my goodness, crossbody, taking out both big men. Lunar Lopez getting some advantage. He looks like he can't believe that he did it himself.
And hang on, wait a minute. Lopez going for a bucket. Well, it is a triple threat match, so you can do whatever you want.
Oh, man, looks like he couldn't get that bucket to quite stay on. Lunar Lopez, oh, man.
Well, it's on there now. And, well, I guess we do, you know, there are such things as bucket heads. And oh my goodness. Lopez drumming the bucket heads of Marshall Moore and Tiberius.
Listen.
Completely discombobulating the man.
This is what I love about artists. We are creative people. And Lunar Lopez is going to find a way to win. He's going to find a way to be successful.
Oh, Lopez went for that move, and he doesn't look like he completely missed.
Yeah, he didn't get all of it at all. Oh man, but look
at the strength of Lunar Lopez, a single leg pick on both men.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't have to explain the anatomy to people to know where that one hurt.
Yep, that's right in the business of big business, and right in the epitome of divinity for Tiberius. Lunar Lopez doesn't care about that. He's trying to pick up a win here. Oh my goodness!
Double DDT.
Wow.
It's still not enough. Will he be able to get it on Moore? Cover and another kick out. Lopez not quite all the way there yet.
Man, Lunar Lopez, look at this right here with this double DDT. Goodness gracious. Again, big business landing right on his head again, taking a lot of head damage from Lunar Lopez, and Lunar Lopez getting this crowd.
And this crowd's starting to rock, and that means he's going for that drum roll cutter. But look at Tiberius running power slam. And again, look at all the offense that Lopez just had. All it took was one big move from one of these big men.
Oh,
and a kick right to the back of the head.
Man, I am impressed with the mobility of Marshall Moore here with that jumping axe kick, single leg axe kick cover here.
And Tiberius out at 2. And I'll tell you, man, what an opening contest we have seen so far.
Man, again, we want to thank our sponsors, JM and Graphics, for sponsoring this matchup here. Just really impressive work from all three competitors here. Again, you look at a guy like Lunar Lopez, you don't expect him to last long. Big business, you don't expect him to move the way that he's moving. And Tiberius, again, just being a powerhouse. You have all the elements here. If I'm the WNRN All Florida Championship holder, I'm keeping an eye on these three competitors right here.
Certainly the marquee are watching here.
Oh,
They
my
slam and
God.
throws Tiberius down, and now
Man.
Tiberius, he is in the drop zone. And I'll tell you what, Mr. McKinnon, the longer this match goes, who does it favor? Because you'd think it would probably favor somebody like Lunar Lopez, a little more cardiovascular healthy.
My
But
goodness.
maybe not. Marshall
Beautiful.
Moore.
Oh my
cutter.
gosh. Oh my goodness. Is Lunar Lopez going to pick up the win here? Here is your winner, Lunar Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was incredible. Whether you like it, whether you don't, whether you think he got lucky, or whether you don't, Lunar Lopez just stared down 650 pounds of man and walked away with the win. Are you kidding me?
My goodness, so exciting here. You see here Marshall Moore coming off that second rope with the senton, but man, Lunar Lopez pulling out all stops, hitting Tiberius with a cutter on top of Marshall Moore, securing his victory.
Tiberius is asking for Lunar Lopez to come back in the ring and gonna shake his hand.
I don't know if I would trust it.
Oh, and Tiberius laying down the challenge to Lunar Lopez. And you know what? I would like to see that match again in the future, but right now, the only thing that matters is the Street Drummer is on fire right now.
Absolutely, man. Again, I love it. I love me a good artist. Artists are for the people. Big congrats, big victory. No pun intended for Lunar Lopez here at the establishment.
And that is just the first of a handful of fantastic matches that we have tonight. And of course, we also will be hearing from the Supreme Outlaw, Raylan Bennett, to address what happened to him last week. And my goodness, and Mr. McKinnon obviously pulling double duty here. And again, we have such an amazing card for you, including, and you'll see a lot more about this later on, Bobby Crono laying down the challenge for Alex Jensen after what Alex Jensen did last week to his former partner, DMT. It certainly was one of the most violent, brutal attacks that we have ever seen here at the establishment. We're gonna do a recap a little bit later on, but right now we have another match, so let's kick it to Curtis McKinnon.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the night where Shane Evans makes his The Establishment Wrestling debut. And look at the size of Shane Evans. Not the tallest individual, but 220 pounds of man. And he's looking to take Jaden Ashford to Lariat Country.
Introducing his opponent. From Carolina Beach, North Carolina, weighing in at 185 pounds, Jaden Ashford.
And while Shane Evans is going to look to take his opponent, Jaden Ashford, to Lariat Country, I can only assume that Jaden Ashford is going to try to take Shane Evans to Hollister, California, the Hollister affiliate, making his second appearance here in TEW. And again, here at Nothing to Lose the Aftermath, we are going to showcase a lot of our young, up-and-coming talent, and these two men certainly fit the bill. And I'll tell you what, if I'm Jaden Ashford, I'm not sure I'm really ready. I'm not sure I know what I've signed up for when it comes to Shane Evans.
I got to agree with you. I mean, he comes out here full of confidence, but at the same time, Shane Evans, again, this man is a 20-year vet. People don't know a lot about this. Trained by the Dudley boys. And maybe Jaden Ashford is a little bit wise for, taking a step back. Maybe reality's finally struck now that he's in the ring with Shane Evans.
House of Champions graduate, Hollister affiliate. This is a guy, Jaden Ashford, again, only one match under his belt here at TEW. It did come in a loss to, well, I would say it's not that bad of a loss considering what's happened in the future against Lunar Lopez, but my goodness, Shane Evans just shoving Jaden Ashford halfway across the ring.
My goodness, again, Shane Evans is a powerhouse. This guy is built like a brick house and definitely look like he is built on destruction, man. Looking to put Jaden Ashford away quickly here, but Jaden fighting back.
Ashford already just fighting desperately here. Already
Man,
wobbly on his feet. Obviously, Jaden Evans already taking a brunt of the punishment here.
yeah. It looks like Shane might have got locked a little loopy with those back elbows.
Certainly, I don't blame him, man. Oh, and Shane Evans just using that size to his advantage. And went for an arm drag, and that's not going to work. And there goes Ashford halfway across the ring. And I tell you what, I have been impressed with Jaden Ashford in the limited time that I've seen him, but right now he is way in over his head.
He really is. I mean, again, he's in there with
maybe
the
not.
Oh, my goodness. Man, just as we got to give him some praise. Again, he finds a way to win. Oh, beautiful drop kick, getting a whole lot of height on that one.
Picture perfect drop kick, Jaden Ashford, and a kick out. And you know, I know that this is Shane Evans' debut, but there's a lot of story there, a lot of history, and a lot of good reputation that comes with Shane Evans. Like you said, trained with the Dudley boys. What would it do for Jaden Ashford to, again, I feel like a lot of people are looking at him as the underdog in this match. What would it do for him to come out on top against a guy who is as touted as Shane Evans?
Man, I mean, that would do wonders for his career. I mean, you know, this is a guy, again, young in the game, but he likes to have people say, talk to him nice. And I feel like he's going to try to force Shane Evans to talk to him nice. And, you know, when you're young and you got a whole lot of bravado, sometimes you come in here, you got a big chip on your shoulder. You know, you got to make a name for yourself. You want to prove that you belong here. Doesn't matter if I'm a Hollister model or if I'm, you know, I'm good behind the camera or good on screen. You know, he's making sure that he knows, that Shane Evans knows that he's just as tough as he is pretty.
Oh, and a big chop from Ashford. And again, very smart by Ashford, using that whole 5 count. I know some people look at that as despicable or underhanded, but it's using the rules to your advantage. Oh, and he went for the chop and instead just poked Evans right in the eye. And again, I don't think you're going to win a strength battle against Shane Evans if you're Jaden Ashford.
Definitely not, and which is exactly why Ashford, oh my goodness, being crafty as ever, poking him in the eye and using everything that he can to his advantage. Quick cover here. Kick out at 2.
Beautiful back slam there. Look at it again. Belly to back slam right there. And Jaden Ashford looked like he hurt himself doing that. But, I mean, again, the strength to lift up 220 pounds and throw him down on the ring. And obviously, Jaden Ashford, this crowd is letting him hear it right now.
They really are. Look like they're getting behind him. Look like they're starting to believe. As Jaden Ashford believes in himself, he's winning over this audience here tonight. Got the crowd here telling him to send them to Advent Health. If you are listening and you are not from the southern states, I don't know if they have Advent Health in the northern or other parts of the states, but big medical company here in the South. And oh my goodness. All of that bravado. Shane Evans is making sure that he's paying.
Oh. And for Jaden Ashford, I got 1 word, 3 letters, run.
Oh my goodness. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt.
It's like a locomotive coming his way, but Jaden Ashford able to stop him in his tracks. But right now, big slam.
Goodness. Wow. That was almost like a
cover. Could this be it? Could he win his debut? Not quite yet. Ashford just able to get that shoulder up.
Man, I don't know if that was like a twisting power slam or what. Very unique. Watch this again.
Yeah, kind of almost like he turned to the side. Beautiful. Whatever it was very effective. And now hooking both arms. Pedigree position. Oh, my goodness. Oh!
Gosh. My goodness, rearranging his spine with that backbreaker. Oh my goodness.
Ashford actually able to
my
counter,
gosh.
able to somehow get out of that.
What a
Yes, he took a
backstabber.
little bit of a brunt of force on his neck there, but at least he was able to get out of it. Ashford, cover. Could he win here? No, and a kick out by Evans.
Man, I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed by Jaden Ashford. I mean, the guy has been taking some shortcuts, but he's been taking some brutality here by Shane Evans, man. Guy's doing commentary while he's wrestling.
Certainly that is one way to do it, but I would argue let's leave the commentary to the professionals. And Ashford throwing Evans with every fiber of his being into that corner.
I'm telling you, man, again, this kid is cocky, but I mean, I feel like the ring moved a little bit. We threw Shane in there with so much force. Again, Shane's a heavy guy, but you gotta be strong yourself to.
Looking for that belly-to-belly suplex. Ashford able to counter with a headbutt, but I think he made himself loopy, and he made himself a little bit too loopy, it seems. Ashford going up, went for a low kick, and it was blocked by Evans, and oh no!
Oh my goodness, what are we gonna see here? This looks like it's gonna be something nasty from Shane Evans. Jaden's in trouble, oh my gosh! Put his lights out! Man, Jaden's body might be in the ring, but I feel like the rest of his life force is in London. There's no way that he knows where he's at right now.
And he's going for that big boot in the corner, and he's got it. Shane Evans turning this match around in the blink of an eye. Could this be it? No, not quite yet. Ashford still has some fight left in him, and again, you might not like the attitude, but you got to be impressed. Jaden Ashford, I think, is showing out a lot better than a lot of people were giving him credit for going into tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, he's winning me over, but Shane Evans looks to
Going
put
for
this
that
to
big
bed.
lariat. No, not quite yet. Again, trying to take Ashford to lariat country. Not quite able to yet. Ashford counters, slips out the back. Evans now slips out the back, and almost hitting our referee there. And Ashford goes low.
The referee didn't see it. His view was blocked. Again, Ashford taking every possible shortcut he can to make up for that size advantage. And again, if the referee doesn't see, he can't call it. Things don't look good for Shane Evans right here.
Ashford, blockbuster from the top rope. Cover. Will this be it? Evans out at 2.
My goodness, Shane Evans is not going out like that. You want to talk about tenacity? You want to talk about heart? Man, beautiful overcastle by Jaden Ashford, but again, Shane Evans is not going out like that. He calls himself the Element. Man, that Element is staying on tonight. He's staying hot as a stove right now, and this crowd is hot.
Seems that Jaden Ashford is winning over some of our crowd here, and certainly I don't blame them considering how impressive he's been so far, but Shane Evans able to get out of it, and I don't think you want to get into a lariat contest with somebody from lariat country, and here we go. There it is.
Oh my goodness, took his head off. Man, this has got to be a good night.
Here is your winner, Shane the Element Evans!
Shane Evans, as impressive as you could have asked here in his establishment wrestling debut. And the Element was exactly in his element tonight. What a match, Mr. McKinnon.
Man, fantastic match. A beautiful lariat there at the end. Again, Jaden, super impressive. Can't take anything away from him. He did use underhanded tactics, but my goodness. Man, Shane Evans showing why he is a vet, why he is dominant, giving extra strength to that lariat, making him pay for all the shortcuts that Jaden took in this matchup.
And again, looking at Jaden Ashford, I don't think a lot of people gave him much of a chance going into this match tonight, and he certainly won over at least one subsection of our crowd tonight. What an impressive showing by Jaden Ashford, and I think this is another young man who is going to have a very, very bright future, not only here in TEW, but in the professional wrestling industry. But, again, congratulations to Shane Evans, the Element, on winning the Establishment Wrestling debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a brief intermission at this time. Please make sure you see our concession stand for some snacks at the opening door when you make your way into the building here. Our lovely door lady Dawn is going to be serving snacks there. Also, if you are in need of graphics and wraps, tonight's event is sponsored by J.M. Mike Graphic and Wraps. Please make sure that you contact them for all your graphics needs. We will be back briefly in roughly 10 minutes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard Mr. McKinnon. We are going to take a brief break here. For those of you at home, there is a lot that has gone on here at the Establishment Wrestling over the last week. But right now, I do want to talk about what you're going to see a little bit later on tonight. The Supreme Outlaw Raylan Bennett will be here to address what happened to him last week, where he lost his WNRN Championship match to the Marquis Daniel Starling. And also tonight, as you saw at the top of the show, Malik Bassetti has returned to the Establishment Wrestling in order to, at least in his mind, try to save it from Elias AK-47 Roman to try to take his championship from him. But the biggest thing, or at least one of the biggest things that you're going to see, is Bobby Crono versus Alex Jensen. This is a match that we have waited for all week long. Bobby Crono laid down the challenge because of what we saw last week. And if you didn't see it, you're about to see it now, but just be warned, ladies and gentlemen, it is one of the most brutal, awful attacks that we have ever seen here at the Establishment Wrestling by Alex Jensen on his former partner, DMT.
Destin.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the anti-establishment tag team championship.
Blood in my mouth, tape on my fist. All of the days they said I was nothing led me to this. Teeth on the ground, fear in your eyes. You brought the storm, now drown in the thunder. Perfect surprise. I tried to walk away, you kept pushing on the bruise. Backed into a corner, now I've got nothing to lose. Yeah, I got nothing to lose when I'm swinging. Every scar is a reason to stay. You want more than wars when I'm bringing. I'm the price that you chose to pay. I got nothing to lose when I'm bleeding. Every hit only sharpens the truth. You want more than wars when I'm feeding. Say a prayer 'cause I'm coming through. Knuckles are cracked, heart like a drum. You crossed the line and thought I would crumble. Look what's become. Voices that left, now they go mute. You built a throne on everyone's backs. Time for the coup. You kept your boot on my neck. Thought I'd break, thought I'd bruise. Now I'm smiling through the wreckage 'cause I got nothing to lose. Hey, hey, I got nothing to lose when I'm swinging. Every scar is a reason to stay. You want more than wars when I'm bringing. I'm the price that you chose to pay. I got nothing to lose when I'm bleeding. Every hit only sharpens the truth. You want more to lose when I'm feeding. Say a prayer 'cause I'm coming through. Step up, get dropped. This is where your kingdom stops. No quit, no truce. Every chain becomes my proof. Step up, get dropped. You can feel the fuse. I'm already on fire. I got nothing to lose. Whoa! The ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying rules on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is victory, drag it under, burn my flag, but leave my name. In the air, carrying runes on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is living, pull me under, break these chains, but leave my name. Smoke in my lungs, out on my tongue, footprint stamped and soaked. Black ground, I blink the red, names in my head, helmets shine like teeth dug out. We are the ash after thunder, breathing a ghost in the air, carrying wheels breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying runes on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after thunder, walking through what we became. If this is living, pull me under, break these chains, but leave my name. Smoke in my lungs, out on my tongue, footprint stamped.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently I've been on mute for the last 30 seconds. I apologize for my technical stupidity, but welcome back to Elias Roman Presents Nothing to Lose, The Aftermath, presented by JM Graphics and Wraps. We're grateful to JM Graphics and Wraps for their sponsorship, and you said it, Mr. McKinnon, we have an action-packed last half of the show here, including we're going to be hearing from the Supreme Outlaw, Raylan Bennett, based on his actions last week. And we also, as you guys saw during the intermission, we're going to be getting Bobby Crono versus Alex Jensen, as Bobby Crono looks to defend DMT's honor here tonight after Alex Jensen's vicious attack on DMT last week. Mr. McKinnon, what was going through your head when you saw what was going on with Alex Jensen last week and that brutal, vicious attack on DMT?
I mean, I thought it was one of the most disgusting things that I've ever seen in my life. Alex Jensen completely snapped against somebody that was supposed to be his brother, going to war with him against life, and then out of nowhere turns on his partner after suffering a loss, a little bit of miscommunication. In any relationship, whether platonic or romantic, sometimes there's miscommunication. You don't take your anger out on that person and beat them brutally the way that Alex Jensen did. Beat him with a crowbar. God, for all we know, I don't know if DMT is still in the hospital or not, but that was vicious savagery, inhumane attacks, and it just, man, I don't have any worse words for Alex Jensen here, and my goodness, I just wish DMT a speedy recovery wherever he is, because what he went through was not acceptable. It wasn't right.
Well, you know, I think that's where I have to disagree with you, Mr. McKinnon. I think Alex Jensen, honestly, I think he just made his choice. I think that he got sick and tired of DMT consistently going after Latinos in full effect, consistently going out there by himself to try to pick these fights, consistently putting Alex Jensen in harm's way. And Alex Jensen finally, after last week, after that coffin drop from DMT to Alex Jensen, I think that he just had enough. I think he snapped. Now, whether you like it or not, I think he just completely and utterly snapped on DMT, and he may have snapped DMT's neck. But regardless, we are going to hear from Raylan Bennett here later on in the show. We'll see how that goes, and we're going to see Bobby Crono versus Alex Jensen. Bobby Crono is going to try to step up to the plate on Alex Jensen, but I don't really know.
I cannot believe my ears. I cannot believe that you have some type of warped view when it comes to what Alex Jensen did. But maybe we'll get some sense when Raylan Bennett comes out here. Somebody with some cohesive thoughts. Raylan Bennett here, again, he was undefeated all of 2026 until, man, he was thwarted again by life, getting into his business, and this man.
What? Whoa, hey. Hey, man, I got nothing to do with nothing, man.
Listen.
Obviously, Raylan Bennett is very, very upset. I'm not sure why he's trying to take this thing out on me. I don't understand what the heck's going on right now. I mean, I even talked to Raylan Bennett earlier this week and tried to help him get an opportunity to come out here and speak his mind about everything that happened last week. So I don't understand.
I don't know. I think I would choose my words very carefully if I was you. That stuff you were spewing earlier. Oh.
You gotta listen real close tonight.
Government name.
Talking to you.
Now, last week, I put up one of the greatest fights of my career for the WRN title.
He did.
He was robbed.
You, Charlie, and like all text me this week. Y'all know I got screwed. You know what happened. Me and you, we gonna talk tonight. You can guarantee it. Now, before I go any further, let me talk to the marquee. Dan Starling, Lee Canfield, and Tyler Uriah. Now see, Dan, you know I had you beat clean until your bald-headed buddy got in my business. And that frog-headed son of a bitch Tyler got in the ring. He ain't got no choice. Now see, Tyler, that little clothesline you threw, it was cute. But I guarantee you, when you see me next time, because each and every one of y'all gonna have to see me, boys. I promise you, I'm gonna whip your ass.
Man, the Supreme Outlaw means all business tonight.
Now to the men I really need to speak to, life.
Wait, what?
Especially you, Elias. You got in my business. Now see, me and you ain't had no problem. I ain't said nothing to you. I ain't said nothing to Ramos, Vertico, or that 300-pound, what's it called, clogged artery you guys love with y'all. I ain't said nothing to either one of y'all.
Oh, man.
But you got in my business. Have you seen them? Now see, I don't care about y'all and what y'all do. But when you step into my business, you're going to find out exactly who the outlaw is.
This crowd firmly behind the outlaw.
Now, Elias, I know you in the building tonight. I don't give a damn about you and your fake football, what's his name, Ramos, or the Puerto Rican Santa Claus Vertigo. But you here. So you got 5 seconds to get out here. 5, 4, 3.
The outlaw calling out life.
I'm coming to myself then.
Yeah, wait, hang on, wait a minute. That is certainly not Elias Roman. That is Cheyenne Evans.
What is Shine Evans doing out here tonight? What is this? I met this kid at another promotion over a year ago.
Cheyenne Evans calling for a microphone here.
You should be worried about the hottest thing to step into the establishment.
I'm already here.
It is actually yours truly, Cheyenne Evans. Tonight, I'm here because it's about time you face somebody who can actually whoop your ass. And you're looking right at him, buddy.
Stop. You go way back. You know exactly what I'm doing about this. Right now, ain't time to be in my face, boy.
Oh man.
So what's up? Let's do it then.
Give me a goddamn rep.
Oh man, here we go.
Well, Cheyenne Evans, I don't know how smart this is. This is definitely not the night to be messing with the Supreme Outlaw. I certainly don't want any part of him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a one-on-one contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 150 pounds, Cheyenne Evans. And his opponent from Houston, Texas, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Supreme Outlaw, Bennett.
Well, Cheyenne Evans has made his bed, and now it is time he lies in it. Certainly strong words from Cheyenne Evans to bring the Supreme Outlaw into this match. And again, I don't know how smart it is for Cheyenne Evans to be wanting to get in the face of Raylan Bennett when he is in this kind of mood. Raylan Bennett, when he's in a good mood, is as dangerous as anybody here at the establishment. But when he's in this kind of mood, I really don't think it's a great idea to do what he's doing right now.
I mean, you would know. Pissing off Raylan Bennett earlier. Raylan had some words for
listen,
you.
I don't understand why he's mad at me. He's right. I did text him this week, and you know what I told him? I said, I'm sorry about what happened in your match last week. I'd love to give you an opportunity to go out here and talk about it. That's what I said. I don't understand why he's sitting here blaming me like I had anything to do with it.
Man, I don't know. Again, last week you were out here in your full Latinos in full effect gear, and you seemed like you were being a little bit sympathetic to life's cause.
Oh my
and so,
God, I told you guys it was because I was afraid of what life was going to do to me if I didn't have the clothes on. I don't know how many times I got to explain this stuff to you, to Raylan, to Charlie, to anybody. I'm getting sick of it, man.
Man, well, listen, I don't know. You can get sick of it all you want, but I think you should focus on the ring right now because Raylan Bennett, the punishment that he's putting on Cheyenne, that could be coming for you if you don't change your tune. That's what I know.
Well, again, I certainly don't want anything to do with Raylan Bennett, and I certainly hope that Raylan Bennett wouldn't want anything to do with me. But I'll tell you what, right now, you have to say, whether you like Cheyenne Evans or not, you have to be impressed with the fact that he came out here and had some guts to call out one of the hottest wrestlers in the company right now in Raylan Bennett. You might not think it's smart, but you have to admit it at least takes some guts.
Man, well, yeah. You know, sometimes there's a saying, you know, you got more guts than brains. And while I might admire his guts, goodness gracious, this guy is, again, in over his head. Again, Raylan Bennett putting him down with that shoulder block. Cheyenne making some moves here. Oh, man. Did get a little bit of offense. I cannot be mad at Cheyenne's, again, his grit. He did come out here boasting, talking big. He is giving Raylan Bennett a little bit of trouble right now. You know, again, taunting into the camera. And again, more guts than brains, taunting when he should be focused on one of the premier athletes in the establishment right now in Raylan Bennett with this delayed vertical suplex, buckling his spine for the cover and a kick out at 2.
And I have to agree with you on that. Yes, Raylan Bennett absolutely is one of the best athletes we have here, but Cheyenne Evans is absolutely no pushover. This is a guy who has been a multi-sport athlete in his life. This is a guy who clearly, you just take one look at him, you know that he's going to have the quickness advantage even against somebody like Raylan Bennett. This is a guy who is very capable in the ring. We've only seen him one time here at the establishment. He did not win in a triple threat match, but he didn't take the loss either. Float over suplex, cover, and a kick out by Evans.
Man, you know, again, all those things that you said about Cheyenne, I cannot disagree with. Here we go, beautiful float over suplex into the cover. Again, Raylan Bennett putting a beating on Cheyenne Evans again. Like you said, when Raylan's in a good mood, you don't want to be in a ring with him. When he's in a bad mood, you definitely don't want to be in a ring with him.
Evans bouncing off the ropes, beautiful leapfrog, and he runs into a right hand.
Big right hand again with that boxing background again. Raylan is not here to play any games, man. You pissed off the wrong person, man, you're going to regret it. And he's got a lot of aggression to take out on him. He wanted to get his hands on life, and Cheyenne offered himself like a sacrificial lamb to the slaughterhouse. Going up, for that old school.
And look
Oh
at
my
Evans.
gosh.
Beautiful counter. That goes back. These guys go back a long, long time. Obviously, Evans had that one scouted.
Man, again, Cheyenne sounded like he had a death wish, but he is taking full advantage of Raylan Bennett. Again, like you said, that knowledge and history that they have going back for the cover. Raylan kick out at 1 again. Raylan still got that fire in him. Cheyenne trying to do everything that he can to, man, get one over on Bennett. Oh man, and then there he is. Again, too much showboating, tripping over there, laughing it off. Again, building that confidence by being able to keep Bennett down. I mean, listen, if you're able to keep somebody, an athlete like Raylan Bennett down, that'd be some good confidence building right there. But
And now Evans looking for a little bit of physical fitness in this match.
man, that taunting, I'm telling you, is going to come back to bite him. He might be getting the upper hand right now, but doing push-ups on Raylan Bennett's back like he's nothing, like he's nobody.
I mean, Mr. McKinnon, I feel like you're missing a point here. Look at Cheyenne Evans. He is on top of Raylan Bennett right now, whether you like it or not. What he's been doing so far has been effective.
Man, all right. I can tell you right now that Raylan Bennett, no matter how much Cheyenne is doing right now, he is going to regret every single thing that's happening right now. Raylan Bennett, again, was undefeated. Listen to this crowd. This crowd is behind the right man. This crowd is behind Raylan Bennett. He stands up for the establishment. He stands up for himself. And right now, he got countered. But, man, there's a reason that these fans are behind Raylan Bennett because he's somebody that you can stand behind. Goodness gracious. But he took a serious Irish whip, man. That lower back has got to be killing him for the cover. But again, Bennett with the kick out at 1. You know how pissed off you got to be when you get thrown into the turnbuckles multiple times and you kicking out at 1? Raylan Bennett is full of piss and vinegar tonight, and I would be terrified if I'm Cheyenne.
Mr. McKinnon, okay, we get it, but my God, can you say anything about Cheyenne Evans at all? He has been on top for this entire match, and all you've done is talk about how much guts and resilience Raylan Bennett has showed. And I agree with you, but can you at least give a little bit of credit where credit is due, that this young guy with only one match here at TEW is taking it to one of the best we have to offer? Can you at least give me that? Please, for the love of God, stop showing all this bias.
You know what? I'll stop showing bias when you do. And a beautiful power slam to Raylan Bennett right here with the kick out at 2.
I am offended. I am not showing bias. I have given Raylan Bennett plenty of flowers, not just tonight, but certainly over my TEW career. I am simply, because apparently you are only willing to say something good about Raylan Bennett, and you're not willing to say anything good about Cheyenne Evans. I'm simply trying to give everybody the other side of the story because you refuse to.
Listen, I have given Cheyenne some credit for coming out
Watch
here.
this, ready? Beautiful slam by Raylan Bennett. See? I'll give credit where credit's due.
man.
Where's your credit? Where's your good things about Cheyenne Evans? Go ahead.
Cheyenne Evans is still in this match after taking a boot to the side of the head. I'll give him his credit for his resiliency on taking
great.
his punishment. And
Backhanded
this,
compliment. That's
this
nice.
beautiful scoop slam that he just took and an elbow he ate to the face. I cannot believe he's still in this match. Cover with a 2 count. Cheyenne kicking out at 2. He took a lot of punishment there, but he kicked out.
you.
I will give him credit.
Thank you. That's at least a start. Thank you, Mr. McKinnon. My goodness.
Well, you know, I really don't know what to say. Oh, you want me to give him credit for that too? You want me to give him credit for taking the shortcut?
It's a good move. He was trapped. He was getting overhead press slam. I don't know if you've ever been overhead press slammed. It doesn't feel good. Cheyenne Evans doing whatever he has to do to get out of it.
Man, I feel all I'm hearing now from you, it sounds like it's excuses. This is insane. Cheyenne Evans going for the cover here. Man, he finally got a 2 count. I mean, he's doing damage when you're raking a man's eyes and kicking him in the back and doing everything you can to get the upper hand. You're going to eventually wear out a superstar like Raylan Bennett. So, you know, his strategy, while not something to smile about, it is being effective. It is becoming effective. He is keeping Raylan Bennett down, wearing him down, and the Outlaw is working from underneath here. We'll see if this crowd can will him back.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Man.
Cheyenne Evans, I mean, this crowd is absolutely letting him hear it right now. And I know you're not a big fan of Mr. Evans here, Mr. McKinnon, but listen, Imagine this world. Imagine the world where Cheyenne Evans defeats Raylan Bennett here, a guy who up until last week was undefeated in 2026. What do you think that would do for somebody like Cheyenne Evans to come in here, call your shot against Raylan Bennett, and actually hit the mark?
I mean, it would do wonders for his career.
Oh,
but right
my
now,
God!
my gosh, my goodness. Everything that you just said went out the window. Lifted Cheyenne Evans to the heavens with a beautiful European uppercut. Watch this replay here. Boom! Right under his chin. Beautiful work here. Again.
I think Cheyenne Evans' head might have flown out the window. Oh my Lord, what an uppercut.
Cheyenne Evans' body is here, but I promise you his mind is in Altamont or somewhere near the 408.
It's smart move by Evans. Getting out of the ring, he could feel Bennett starting to build some momentum, and he rolls out of the ring, but here comes Bennett now.
My goodness. Raylan Bennett again, pissed off, rightfully so. Headbutt to Cheyenne Evans.
Look at Evans. Again, very smart by Cheyenne Evans. This is a guy who, oh God, hang on, wait, we gotta get it. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna move here.
Gracious,
yep.
man, I don't know what's gonna happen here.
And Cheyenne Evans trying to take a timeout, and Raylan Bennett is not letting him have it.
Man, again, you were right to get out of the way. Raylan Bennett might have been.
Honestly, I just didn't want any of those piston-like right hands to come my way.
That's you're getting to be a smart man. Beautiful. Oh my goodness! There it is! Raylan Bennett's signature spine buster, spine on the pine, with a beautiful standing jumping leg drop.
And yet, Evans still in this thing. And again, you may not like the way he's done things, but Cheyenne Evans, I am so impressed with how much fight he has put on, what a fight he's put on tonight against Raylan Bennett. It's incredible.
Man, listen.
And there he goes again.
I will give credit where credit is due. The fact that he was able to stay in this match after taking an insane spine buster is incredible. I will give credit where it's due. Oh my goodness, but Raylan Bennett driving Cheyenne into the ring post. All that punishment that Cheyenne was delivering, Raylan Bennett is giving it back to him.
What's Bennett
twofold.
going for here?
Oh, look like he might be.
Oh no!
Oh man, pulling his abdomen into that ring post, that steel ring post where there's no give. My goodness, I don't care how many abs you got, that's gonna hurt.
Cheyenne Evans is on Greary Street right now, and I don't know what Raylan Bennett's going for here, but he just pointed at me, and again, I don't want anything to do with this guy. Oh my God!
Goodness. Masterful drop kick again. Raylan Bennett, again, has an axe to grind with life, and Cheyenne Evans was the wrong guy to come out here tonight. Look at this leg drop. Draping him across that second rope, making him pay for every single thing that he said and did in this ring tonight.
And I feel like at this point, Raylan Bennett, he's not even seeing Cheyenne Evans. He's seeing Elias Roman. He's seeing Vertigo La Cura Rivera. He's seeing D. Ramos. He's seeing Aris Perez. He's seeing Latinos in full effect in the form of Cheyenne Evans. And right now, I do not want to be Cheyenne Evans.
Man, I'm telling you, again.
Hey, man, I don't want nothing to do with this, man. Please.
He said you're next. He said you're next, man.
I don't want to be next. I don't know why he's so mad at me. I gave him this opportunity, or at least I helped give him the opportunity this week. Come on here and do what he needed to do. I don't understand why he thinks I had something to do with this, man.
Man, well, you got some explaining to do.
Hey, please. Hey.
Uh-oh.
I don't want anything to do with this, man.
I think
please.
you better stop talking to this man. Just don't even talk. Don't even finish talking about him. I don't think you should say his name at all. He does not like you. You pissed him off enough.
Cheyenne Evans trying to take advantage of the, accidental distraction on my end. Again, I had nothing to do with this, but Cheyenne Evans now able to fight out of it. Going for a slam. Beautiful arm drag counter. Cheyenne Evans looking to pick up the pace a little bit here.
Shades of Eddie Guerrero countering that rock bottom. And
into a stunner. Beautiful counter. Could this be it? Cheyenne Evans with a huge upset. Cover. 2. Oh, Bennett out at 2.
Not a huge upset yet. It's got to be a 3 count for it to be an upset. Cheyenne Evans, again, he did do a beautiful counter into a stunner, dropping Raylan Bennett. That I will give him credit for, but it's going to take more than that to put down the Outlaw.
That's all you're going to give him credit for? We are 15 minutes into this thing, and this guy who's had one match at TEW is taking it to Raylan Bennett and was a whisper away from beating him. That's just nothing to you? That's all the credit you're going to give?
It's not nothing. All I'm saying is that the Supreme Outlaw was undefeated in 2026, and it's going to take a lot of punishment to put Raylan Bennett down. That's all I'm saying. I am impressed with the fact that Cheyenne, is out here springboard. Oh my gosh! And just like that, a spear in midair for the 3 count.
Here is your winner, Raylan Bennett!
After everything Cheyenne Evans threw at Raylan Bennett, all it took was one mistake, and the Supreme Outlaw survives. Look at this. Oh!
Goodness. The Supreme Outlaw did more than survive here tonight. He did take punishment. I will give Cheyenne credit. He took it to Raylan Bennett. He brought the fight to him, but he used underhanded tactics, and Raylan Bennett overcame all the odds once again. When you give Raylan Bennett a fair shot, it's hard to put that man down. It's hard to beat Raylan Bennett, and he proves it here again, only losing one match by a shady competitor in life. And Raylan Bennett again stands tall here with this arena. And listen to this place. You think I'm the one that's just being biased to Raylan Bennett? This crowd understands the type of athlete, the type of competitor Raylan Bennett is. And I don't have to say a whole lot. The crowd speaks for me.
I also understand the kind of athlete that we have in Raylan Bennett. I also understand that he is probably at the forefront of the revolution of TEW. This is the guy you want to put all your stock on. I recognize that. But I also recognize that even he knows he was in a fight tonight. And I don't think these fans, and I don't even think he saw what kind of fight he was going to be in tonight. Cheyenne Evans impressed me more than I think he was ever going to be given credit for by you or anybody else. Congrats to Cheyenne Evans on a hell of a showing, but also congratulations to Raylan Bennett on a victory here tonight. And oh God. Hey,
I tried to tell you not to talk about this man. I tried to tell you to stop, to leave this man alone.
Dude,
I tried to tell you.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Whatever you think I did, I didn't do it. Whatever you think I did,
I want you to listen real good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I want you to listen real good. Ramos, Vertical, Elias, and Aries Perez. I'm all coming for you. And you too.
You do.
I'll come for you too.
Okay. Please, come on. Please. Okay. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. It's okay, guys. I'm okay. It's okay. I'm okay. Oh. Okay.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try my best to reconfigure myself here because, well, to be frank, that man is about.
Ohio, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Red Man Ronin, Alex Jensen.
What I was about to say was because that man is about as deranged, as unhinged, and as ticked off as just about anybody we've seen here in the history of the establishment wrestling. If you missed it, either last week or during our intermission. Last week, Alex Jensen absolutely destroyed DMT, his former tag team partner, after they lost their tag team championship match against Latinos in Full Effect on April 4th. Bobby Crono who DMT has gone to war with multiple times over the last several months, called out Alex Jensen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed that this match is a no disqualification match.
Oh my goodness, no disqualification match. Well, that's certainly news to all of us here. And I have to think that favors Alex Jensen here, especially considering the absolute manic state he seems to be in tonight. Unfamiliar with Bobby Crono, that is a man who loves the establishment wrestling more than he loves his own family. He treats the establishment as his home. That is why him and his partner, Ray Zion in the House of Spades, consider this their house. But Alex Jensen not wasting any time, going right after Bobby Crono.
Oh my goodness, Bobby Crono making his return to the establishment. We haven't seen Bobby Crono since, again, taking punish. Wait a minute,
that's not Bobby Crono.
What the hell?
That's Bobby Crono.
Oh my goodness, Bobby Crono coming from the, oh my goodness, Bobby Crono with the surprise. My goodness, taking it to Alex Jensen with a running single leg drop kick, taking it to him. Man, Bobby Crono on fire.
How smart was that, Mr. McKinnon? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
My goodness, super intelligent. Again, Bobby Crono came to play tonight. We haven't seen him since Life again attack him and his House of Spades partner, Ray Zion, taking them out, handcuffing them, embarrassing them, and then now Alex Jensen taking it to Bobby Crono. You got to think about the history here. Bobby Crono, friends, called himself brothers with DMT, and DMT hospitalized after that vicious attack from Alex Jensen with the crowbar, turning on his partner. And Bobby Crono is such a loyalist. He's such a brother. He defends people that stick up for their family, and he has no time for the shenanigans that Alex Jensen did to DMT.
Well, you know, Mr. McKinnon, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, we haven't seen Bobby Crono in months. He's chosen now to come back and stand up for his brother DMT, but I have to ask this question. You might not like it, Mr. McKinnon, but I have to ask, is it wise for Bobby Crono to put his nose in Alex Jensen's business when we saw last week he has absolutely zero mind to destroy anybody in his path? Do you think that that's wise?
I don't know if it was wise for you to talk about Raylan Bennett and he put his hands on you earlier. Are you okay? I think you should focus on your health.
If you want to just insult me, Mr. McKinnon, why don't you just go ahead? Why don't you just go ahead and spit in my face? Why don't you just go ahead and slap me? Why don't you just go ahead and kick me in the nuts while I'm down, Mr. McKinnon? Thanks a whole lot. I'm fine. No thanks to you, by the way. As a grown man's trying to tear me in half for something I had nothing to do with, you just stood there, and I think I even heard you laughing, Mr. McKinnon, so thanks a whole lot for that.
First of all, I did not laugh at you.
My butt.
I tried to tell you, don't mention Raylan Bennett's name, and then I tried to separate you two. I told him not to hurt you because I know that you're not a competitor like him. But right now, Bobby Crono taking the action to Alex Jensen again, taking up for his brother DMT, who was brutally assaulted last week here at the Empire Arena in Castleberry, Florida.
You know what? You know what's so funny? The last thing that I said before Raylan Bennett attacked me was a compliment to Raylan Bennett. So I don't know where you guys are getting this idea that I didn't say anything nice about him, or I should have just kept his name out of my mouth. I was saying nice things. But right now, we are watching an absolute beatdown put down by Alex Jensen. And so again, I'm going to say this again, since you just chose to insult me last time instead of actually answering my question, Mr. McKinnon. Do you think it's wise for Bobby Crono to come out here and stick his nose in Alex Jensen and DMT's business?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Listen, I didn't want to see anything bad happen to you, but I can tell you, whether it's wise or not, Bobby Crono stands on principle. Bobby Crono stands on business. Bobby Crono is a man that's about family. He's a man about heart. He's a man that takes pride in his friendships. and in brotherhood, and that means something to him. So whether it's smart or not, sometimes you got to stand up to the bully. Sometimes you got to stand up to somebody that's, doing psychotic behavior here, and you can hear this crowd getting behind Bobby Crono because, again, they believe that it's worth something to stand up for somebody that you care about, not turn your back on them and hit them in the neck with crowbars like Alex Jensen here.
I'm not trying to say it's one way or the other, Mr. McKinnon. What I am asking is it wise for Bobby Crono? Because I would argue, whether you want to stand on principle or whether it's not, I don't think it is wise, because for whatever Alex Jensen's reasons are, we can debate those all the live long day. It doesn't matter because he's acting like this. And you know what? If I look at my Ring camera and I see a guy who's, only wearing underwear, slinging around a bunch of hot dogs and wielding an axe, you know what I'm not going to do? Walk outside and confront him. I'm not going to do that. And Bobby Crono is essentially confronting what looks like a serial killer right now.
Oh, so you agree now. So now you agree that Alex lost his marbles. But when I said it last week, I was a part of the problem.
I'm sorry. Did I say he lost his marbles? Because I'm pretty sure that I compared him to a serial killer, not somebody who's completely lost their marbles. There are many serial killers who were not deemed criminally insane by a court of law. They are psychopaths, not a psycho. Those are two different things. Psychosis means that he would lose his mind. He does not have psychosis. He is not seeing and hearing things that aren't there. For instance, that cover in a 2 count. What he is doing is he has completely snapped, and he has chosen his path, and so what he's decided to do is go his own way and make his own way here at TEW, whether you like it or not.
This is, I don't have any words for what's coming out of your head right now. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna call this match right here. Alex Jensen with a beautiful suplex here.
Go
to
ahead.
Bobby Crono.
Call the very principled and very wise Bobby Crono getting absolutely slaughtered right now by Alex Jensen. That's the choice that Bobby Crono made today, and that's what I'm trying to say. He shouldn't have stuck his nose in his business. I'm not saying the kick out at 2. I'm not saying it wasn't a noble gesture. I'm not saying that he's not a principled man. I'm not even saying he's not a fan favorite here. What I'm saying is you could have done it a different way. You could have written a strongly worded email. You could have, tried to talk to Alex Jensen backstage or something, but instead he called him out for a fight, and now he's absolutely getting slaughtered right now. That's what's
strongly
happening.
worded email. This is professional wrestling, man. What business are you in? Where are you? Where's your head
I'm a
at?
commentator. That's what I do. I write strongly worded emails all the time. Look at all these notes and all these words that I have written down on this page. Words are my weapon. And if Bobby would have used words as a weapon, you know what he wouldn't be doing? Getting beaten to death by an actual weapon with a chair, like this. That wouldn't be happening if he'd written a strongly worded email, and you can't deny that that's not true.
How do we know if Alex Jensen would have even read this strongly worded email?
He may not have. But
So
you know
what's-
what? That's okay.
That's okay.
You just
That's
send another
okay.
one. It might have gone to his spam. You never know what could happen.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here what you're listening to on commentary is somebody that I don't hardly recognize right now.
Oh,
If any of you guys work a job and you send an email to your boss and you ask him for a raise or her for a raise and they ignore you and they send you to spam, are you going to keep sending emails, or are you going to walk into the office and you're going to stand up for yourself and have some value and say, hey, listen, I bust my ass here, excuse my language, now you get me getting hot. I shouldn't be cursing on commentary, but you listen to these people behind Bobby because they can understand and empathize with somebody that is working hard, trying to make a living, trying to stand up for their friend, and something that you seem to have no value in. Sometimes, you ever heard the saying, you either stand for something or you fall for anything? That's what Bobby Crono is doing right here. He's not just going to lay down and let a psycho like Alex Jensen tear this place apart. We already got enough chaos with life wrecking this place. You're not going to have more anarchy with Alex Jensen. All Bobby Crono's trying to do is bring some order back to the establishment, this place that used to have some sanity here, and it feels like it's all gone.
Well, clearly, Mr. McKinnon, you are very hot, so I'm going to let you have your moment. I'm going to let you, complain like you're doing right now.
Oh, don't
so I'm going to
patronize
actually be
me.
the unbiased person, and I'm going to call this match because Alex Jensen has looked absolutely dominant from the get-go here. Let me ask you this then, Mr. McKinnon. Maybe we can get back on the same page here. What does Bobby Crono have to do to get back in this thing?
Bobby Crono has to do what Bobby Crono has always done, and that's be a fighter. There's a reason that Bobby Crono is a multiple-time tag team champion, not just here in the establishment, but all over Florida, all over the globe. There's a reason that Bobby Crono is one half of one of the dominant tag teams in the House of Spades. There's a reason that Bobby Crono goes and travels all over the country, putting his heart and his soul on the line. There's a reason people love him. There's a reason that Bobby is in the position that he is in. And while he is getting brutalized right here tonight, he is a fighter. And everybody with a heart, with a soul, with some integrity can get behind a fighter, because life sometimes beats you down, but it pays dividends for the people that keep getting back up. You can't get in the game, you can't stay in the game if you stay down, and Bobby Crono is not somebody to stay down. Goodness gracious.
Well, you know, Mr. McKinnon, speaking of life getting beating you down, do you think any of what Bobby Crono's doing tonight has to do with the fact that he feels guilty, that he may feel responsible for Latinos in Full Effect running rampant around here, because him and Ray Zion lost the tag team championships to Latinos in Full Effect a few months ago?
And how exactly did they lose those tag team championships? Remind me.
They lost to Latinos in Full Effect. That's
how
what I
did
just
they
said.
lose? How did they lose?
I don't remember. That was months ago. I
Of
barely
course.
remember what I had for breakfast.
Convenient that you would forget. Well, I'll remind you and the audience at home, Latinos in Full Effect handcuffed Ray Zion, took full advantage of Bobby Crono, beat him down within almost an inch of his life, and Ray Zion couldn't help him. So this isn't guilt that Bobby Crono feels. This is vindication. This is vengeance he's trying to get, and right now he's not getting a whole lot of it.
Wait a minute. You think Bobby Crono feels vindication right now? The only thing he feels is a very, very large bicep and forearm stretched across his throat. That's what Bobby Crono feels right now. He doesn't feel vindication. His lungs don't even feel vindication right now, because he's got no air going through his body. Look at him.
Man, all I know.
Oh my God.
Man.
How sick is Jensen? He was about to pass out, and Jensen literally stopped the referee. He wants to just punish this man even more.
Man, what the hell is going
What
on
in the
here?
world?
Taking my
He just
jug
took
of
your water.
Man,
Took your
I need
lunch money
hydration.
right there, did Alex
Holy
Jensen. Maybe you heard all those
freaking
bad
crap.
things he said about you. Oh, no.
my gosh, he's waking him up. Oh, my goodness. Man, disrespecting Bobby Crono. Lord have mercy. Bobby Crono just receiving all types of punishment, physically and psychologically here tonight.
You still think it was smart for Bobby Crono to do this? You still think it was smart? He's been getting his butt whooped for the last 12 consecutive minutes with absolutely no hope of survival. And now Alex Jensen setting up for that spear that he took DMT out with, and look at Crono. Knee to the face.
Man, trying to get out of the way, throwing Alex Jensen into the corner here, trying to go for, man, he tried to get as much of that Uranage as he possibly could, but Bobby Crono is taking some serious punishment here. You saw him spitting up. My God.
Well, you know, I heard you announce it, Mr. McKinnon, but Alex Jensen calls himself the Red Line Ronin. Do you know where that name comes from? Ronins in Japan are samurais. They're the most ruthless killers that the world has ever seen. That is what Alex Jensen is comparing himself to, and Bobby Crono is what? A principled man? That's what you called him? He's a principled man? Well, you know what principled men do when they face samurais? They get decapitated. And that's what's happening to Bobby Crono right now.
First of all, I know what a Ronin is. I watched Avengers Endgame, first of all. So thank you very much. I am educated in that space. And also, when it comes to principled men getting beat down, what I know is that it takes, for any resistance, for any revolution, for any fighter, you have to stand up against the opposition. You have to do your best to stand up against the quote-unquote powers that may be. And right now, Alex Jensen is looking like a superpower, but Bobby Crono, again, is not going to take this laying down. Beautiful flatliner here into a submission. Bobby Crono getting some life into him right now, and he might make Alex Jensen tap out here tonight.
We haven't seen Alex Jensen tap out yet in his TW career. Could tonight be the first night? No, Bobby Crono nearly got caught there, Mr. McKinnon.
Man, he nearly did, but my goodness, Bobby Crono finally getting some offense in here after getting brutalized.
And again,
in
going
this
for
match.
that spear.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
That big boot to the face, man. Bobby Crono, again, not the biggest man, but making sure he's got a huge boot to his face, making sure that he can get an offense any way that he can. You can tell that while Bobby Crono was taken out for months here. He came back, and he came back as ready as he possibly could be, trying to pick up Alex Jensen here. I don't know if he has the strength.
I don't know how smart this is. Alex Jensen clearly very much outweighs Bobby Crono. Now look at these absolute savage elbows to the side of the head. And I don't know, I know you guys can't see it with the camera angle, but I can see Bobby Crono's eyes. He has no idea where he is right now. Spine buster.
My goodness. Man, going for the cover here. His shoulder is up.
Oh, come on, Bobby. Just lick your wounds and go home, Bobby. It's not worth it.
Bobby Crono is not that type of man. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, but Bobby Crono is standing up for more than just himself. Bobby Crono is standing up for everybody that's like a Bobby Crono, everybody that's like a DMT who can't defend themselves because they've been hospitalized by somebody like an Alex Jensen. Bobby Crono is doing this more than for him.
And barely a 2 count for Bobby Crono. And, you know, I'll give credit where credit is due here. Bobby Crono somehow is still in this match despite being absolutely pummeled for the majority of it. And for Alex Jensen, you know, we haven't really seen him be in these deep of waters as a singles competitor yet, so you have to say, oh, wait a minute, he's
Bobby
going for a
Crono
pile
going
driver?
for that package pile driver.
You got it. Not quite able to get it, and Jensen counters and just lifts up Bobby Crono with the greatest of ease.
Goodness.
Crono
Bobby
again
Crono.
using that quickness, able to get out of it. Jensen into the corner.
Bobby doing anything that he can to stay in this thing. Tucking him down again. Look
going
like he's
for it
going again
again.
for that package pile
Oh,
driver.
my God!
Oh, he hit it. He hit the package pile driver. Is it enough to put Alex Jensen away? And Alex Jensen rolling out of the ring smartly, very wisely, making sure that Bobby Crono can't capitalize on a devastating maneuver like the package pile driver.
And he got it right onto the back of the head and the top of the head. Alex Jensen, and I'm amazed because even with that package pile driver, he still had enough wherewithal to roll out of the ring. We've seen package pile drivers take guys out for months, and yet somehow Alex Jensen was immediately able to roll out of the ring. That tells you the kind of cyborg Bobby Crono's dealing with tonight.
Oh, man, but Bobby
Oh,
Crono's
wait a
got
minute,
that
there's
crowbar in here.
That
Oh, my
crowbar that
goodness. Looked like he's gonna
DMT
make
was
him
taken
pay.
out with. Hits off the ropes.
Oh, man. Bobby Crono taken out with the spear. That crowbar came back to bite him.
And there is that spear that started it all, and now that sick, twisted look on his face, and boom, spear by Alex Jensen. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but I fear that the end may be near. I just said a lot of ear words in a row. For Bobby Crono!
gosh. Man, this is looking bad for Bobby. Bobby is, man, I don't know how much he's got left in him, man. I've seen Bobby in some really precarious positions over his career. And right now, this is about as bad as it's ever looked.
I mean, one spear would be enough to finish somebody off, but Alex Jensen just wants to torture. He wants to destroy Bobby Crono.
3 spears. Alex Jensen doing a gunshot type gesture to Bobby Crono.
Wait a minute, hang on. How in the world is DMT here?
Oh, DMT is here. He's in a neck brace.
And we got a couple of Lunar Lopez and Austin Lane. They're trying to calm
Alex
him down.
Jensen
And
again,
meanwhile,
my God, a 4th spear to Bobby Crono. My God. You hear Bobby writhing in pain.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bobby Crono broke some ribs on that spear. I mean, I have never heard those noises come out of Bobby Crono's mouth, and he is absolutely suffering at the hands of Alex Jensen. Is this what you wanted for Bobby
uncomfortable
Crono?
to
Yeah,
watch.
the referee just threw this thing out.
My God.
Oh my God,
my
again!
This match has concluded due to referee stoppage. And due to referee stoppage, your winner of this match, Alex Jensen!
And you might not like it, but Mr. McKinnon, I hate to say this, but I was correct. Bobby Crono had no business sticking his nose into the business of Alex Jensen, and now we may never see Bobby Crono again. Is that what you wanted? Because that's not what I wanted. I wanted Bobby Crono to have a 10-year career here at TEW. But now I'm worried about the health and safety. Oh, my God. DMT, what are you doing?
Goodness, man. Somebody. Oh, man. Alex Jensen getting out of the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't hear that, Alex Jensen said we're going to do this on his time, and his time clearly is not right now. And, man, you know, I thought Bobby Crono wasn't smart coming out here. Are you kidding me, DMT? What's to be gained? Why in the world would you come out here and risk your health and safety? Oh, my God. Yeah, can somebody get him some help and get him to the back? And can somebody get us some help for Bobby Crono? Because we may have a dead body on our hands soon if we're not careful. Is this what you wanted, Mr. McKinnon?
This is
you
not
wanted
what
Bobby
I wanted.
Crono's career to end tonight? Because that's what you might have.
This is not what I wanted, but what I'm always going to do is I'm going to stand beside somebody that has some heart, has some spine, has some type of testicular fortitude to stand up to some adversity. And you can hear this crowd here clapping it up for Bobby Crono and showing some respect for DMT. So while it might not have been the smartest thing on the planet to do, Bobby Crono walks away, maybe not even with his head held high, but he can walk away with his dignity and some integrity here.
Yeah,
and
well, I hope his dignity and integrity can pay for his hospital bills, because that's what he's going to be needing here after this one. And by the way, even George Washington had coordinated and tactical surrenders and retreats when he won the Revolutionary War. And I think tonight it would have been smart for Bobby Crono to actually have a tactical retreat. But no, instead, we threw him out there. He got absolutely obliterated, which is what I said would happen. And now guess what? Who knows when we're going to see Bobby Crono again? So thanks a lot for people like you, Mr. McKinnon, who just want to stand up for the little guy. Well, the little guy just got ripped in half.
Don't talk to me about any presidents before Abraham Lincoln. Thank you very much.
What's wrong with George Washington, man? He had wooden teeth. Whatever. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to regroup here because we still have our main event to come. Elias, AK-47 Roman, will defend his anti-executive championship against Malik Bossetti, somebody who, whether you liked it or not, or whether you knew about it, has been helping out TEW kind of in secret, kind of behind the scenes over the last several years, and he has said, if you can't do it right, you got to do it yourself. Will Malik be the one to stop Elias AK-47 Roman, or will the king keep his firm grip and his iron claw on his kingdom? We'll find out here in just a minute. So let's kick it right now as we get our ring cleaned up to Mr. Curtis McKinnon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event of the evening. Introducing first, from the Lesser Antilles of the Caribbean, weighing in at 80 kilograms of number, Malik
Malik Bossetti. It took a lot of guts and heart for him to come out here and confront Elias Roman. And in case you missed it, Destin made his return at the top of the show, but it was a quick return as Elias Roman promptly fired the young upstart who considers himself the future of professional wrestling. And Malik took exception to that. claiming that that move has nothing to do with business and that it was all personal, and that it's time for somebody to finally step up and stop Elias Roman's, as he put it, tirade on the establishment wrestling. Will Malik be able to get it done? We haven't seen him in the establishment ring in almost 2 years. Will he get it done tonight, or will the King continue his reign? We'll find out in just a few minutes.
Introducing his opponents. From Long Island, New York, being accompanied by Life, weighing in at 150 pounds, he is the anti-establishment champion, representing Life, Elias, AK-47,
And you can see Charlie talking to Malik, and I can only assume that he is trying to give him some last words of encouragement before he heads off to war. And war is what Malik wanted, and war is what Malik will get. And as you can see, Latino's in full effect. Quite empty-handed, quite light compared to what it usually is, although when that guy's around, it's not necessarily light. However, no Vertigo, no D. Ramos, and no Aries Perez tonight. Elias Roman has pretty much no backup in this one, so I'll say this, you might not like it, but for Malik, if you're going to take the championship, it's going to have to be on a night like tonight where most of Latinos in full effect are not here after Elias Roman, according to my sources at the very least, was nice enough to give Vertigo, Ramos, and Aries Perez the week off. And that right there is what it is all about.
This contest is for the Anti-Establishment Championship. And I'm going to keep this title closely by because I don't want to see any shenanigans happen here tonight because we haven't had a title match here in quite some time where there hasn't been some kind of craziness.
An AK-47 coming out like a shotgun with that drop kick early on. And I'll tell you, I expected Malik to come out of the blocks hot, but it's the king of the establishment who comes out early on.
The king.
That's what you just said on your card, dude. That's what he called himself, the king of the establishment. What are you talking about?
I did not call him.
People have been saying that for weeks, man.
Now you're hearing things. I said representing Life, the anti-establishment champion, Elias AK-47 Roman.
Well, maybe you didn't say it, but certainly De La Rosa has said it in weeks before. So regardless, that's what his nickname is. My goodness. Don't act like I'm just making stuff up. I didn't call him the Emperor.
Well, and
or the Shopmaster or something stupid like that. I called him something that he calls himself. Relax.
Well, you know what? And where's De La Rosa right now? She can't stand to call this guy the king, and she's not here. So I got to be out here and trying to help out this place because we're not going to let chaos and anarchy run amok like it's been for the last, it feels like months here. It feels like we're under you talk about being under emperor rule. It feels like we're in the old times. And all I know is that when we look outside, there are people here that don't want kings in this country. And Elias, I'm not going to call him a king. Goodness gracious. Vicious bulldog landing Malik on the top of his head. And one thing I will say about Elias, he may be one of the biggest pieces of scums on the earth, but he is talented. He is a champion for a reason, and he just took it to Malik, and Malik is having a hard time recovering after that.
And a lot of guys, when they're in this position, they can use that power and they can just say, you know what, no one's going to touch me, no one's going to do anything. But Elias has defended his championship basically every single show since he's been on here. You may not like the way he's defended it. We can have that conversation. But regardless, he's gone out there, he's defended that championship, he's given people opportunities, and guess what? You know what's happened at the end of every single one of them?
They fired
He's still
him.
the champion.
He fired
No,
him.
he's still the champion.
No,
I'm
he
sorry.
fires
Who did he
him.
fire? Who did he fire? Jake St. Patrick, or does he still have a job? Heartbreak Jake, or does he still have a job? Rakim, or does he still have a job? He's only fired a couple of people, which is his prerogative as executive. Elon Musk, when he took over Twitter, he fired 80% of people, and you know what? Twitter didn't explode. We still have Twitter, and it's working just fine.
Unbelievable. By that logic, then I think that our economy is booming right now, and everybody has a six-figure job, and everybody can afford gas, and everybody is having a grand old time right now. Malik with a beautiful
I'm sorry,
split-legged
is Elias
moonsault.
Roman's fault that gas prices are so high? I missed that memo. But anyway, right now, I am very impressed with that moonsault there by Malik.
Oh,
and
man.
again, I was wondering, and a dive here into our people, and he's just making sure that everybody's okay, giving high fives to that little girl over there. That's nice, I suppose.
Man, well, you know, it is something nice. And Malik is doing, man, I think I'm going to move out of the way just in case.
Oh, and another dive, and Elias Roman taking the full brunt of that one. And again, I was wondering what kind of ring rust were we going to see from Malik. We haven't seen him here in the establishment in quite some time. It looks like he has no ring rust at all.
Man, you know what? It doesn't look like he has any ring rust at all. And this crowd saying one more time, and I hope,
Oh,
my
and a
goodness.
beautiful, he suckered him in, did Elias Roman. You saw that he was kind of looking at us a little bit funny, like he knew exactly what was going on, and he did. And he just rammed Malik right into that ring post.
My goodness, listen, man. Again, I don't like Elias's attitude. I don't like the way he does business. I don't like a whole lot of things about Elias. This man has turned into something that I can't even recognize, but I will give him credit where it's due. That was very smart to use Malik's momentum against him coming out of that that rope for a dive. Malik went to the well one too many times with that dive, and he paid for it, but it looks like he's getting back into the action right here.
And I have to say, with our referee here, I was here when we saw what happened the last time a referee got involved in life business, and I certainly don't want that to continue to happen every single week. So if I'm this referee, I'd be careful.
Oh, man. You see Malik chopped the ground beef off of Elias, and then now he's making a return. Oh, man, Elias here. My goodness.
Look out, oh my God.
Man. Elias running himself into the chairs. My goodness. And Malik high-fiving this crowd again. Oh, man. And this crowd looks like it's an Elias supporter taking his handshake back or his high-five back from Malik.
And Elias is begging off here, but I was going to say, I expect that to be a ruse. As Elias Roman.
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
Man, sliced bread into a final cut from Elias. And again, Elias called this man, disrespected him, called him an old man, told him that he should be stepping aside, making room for the young talent here. But I don't hear a whole lot of trash talking right now as Malik is taking it to Elias. Elias is in a fight right now, and maybe Malik can get him some respect for his elders.
I mean, did you just say that Malik is in a fight with Elias? Yeah, yes, of course he is. He knows that. He asked for this fight, if you've forgotten already, only an hour and a half to 2 hours ago. And Elias Roman is showing why right now that doesn't look like a very good decision. Elias Roman, what's he going to set up here as Malik just got kicked right in the face. And for Malik, he's got to be able to try and make some adjustments here. Malik came out of the gates on fire, and Elias Roman was able to weather the storm, and now the champion, the guy who's been defending that title pretty much every show, is now firmly back in control.
You know what? You mentioned something. Elias has defended the championship every show.
That's
he
correct.
He has. That is a statistical fact that Elias has defended that title at every show. And you know what else Elias has done in every show? He has run people out of the establishment. People are in fear of their jobs. People are getting fired. People are terrified of this thing. He beat up our producer here, our sound man, just for doing his job, for ringing the bell when the match was over, brutalized him, had life use marker, humiliate this man that's just doing his job. That's what Elias has been doing while defending his also coveted championship that he doesn't even show. He doesn't even have respect for the company. He doesn't even show the title. It's in a bag with a AK-47 rifle over it. That's the type of man Elias Roman is. So yes, he's defended his championship, but he's also been a piece of garbage too.
Oh, yeah, now who's sitting here being biased, Mr. McKinnon? You just sat here and insulted our champion for the last 2.5 straight minutes. My God, did you sit here and call me biased? I'm at least trying to say good things and bad things about both guys. For instance, what a beautiful counter by Malik right there. And now, is he going for a sharp shooter? Yes, he is. He's got it.
Shades of the Calgary Sun, Bret Hart, putting in the sharpshooter. And Elias Roman looking like he might tap here. And this crowd is chanting for him to tap because they want to see some peace. They want to see some order. They want to see some restoration, some type of hope, some type of life, not the group in the establishment restored here. And Elias Roman barely gets to the bottom rope. And you know what? Kudos to Elias for having some fight in him, not wanting to give up the title that easily.
SOS by Malik. Don't see that very often. Cover, could this be it? No, the King kicks out at 2.
Yeah, the king. He's not my king.
And Malik trying to get this crowd fired up here as he can taste that championship that's just a mere 2 feet away from us, Mr. McKinnon. Could we see a title change here tonight at a clothesline? And now Malik trying to pick up the pace.
We could see a title change here. Malik on fire again, like you said, hitting those clotheslines. Elias looking to get some momentum. Malik flipping over, doing a float over, ducking under Elias. Oh, beautiful springboard European uppercut from Malik. That's what I'm talking about here. And yes, maybe I am a little bit of bias, but I don't like to see people being terrified. I don't like seeing people terrorized and fear for their jobs. People beaten down when they're just trying to feed their families. So yeah, maybe I am a little bit biased, but I'm also calling it how it is when I talk about how Elias has been treating people here at the establishment. And Malik, again, he's fighting more for than himself. He's fighting for the people here. Oh my goodness!
I could hear that and feel that from all the way over here. Elias, he might be out. We might have a new champion. Oh, and he kicks out at 2. How close was that, Mr. McKinnon?
That was insanely close. Elias barely got his head up after, or his shoulder up, excuse me. I said head up because, man, Malik knocked him into next week with that spinning, that spinning hook.
And Malik given the signal. I think he might be going for a 450 here.
And he might be.
And he's calling for it again. And,
man,
yeah,
Elias,
a little bit too
man.
much showboating, I suppose, if you're Malik there.
Yeah, you know, I can't disagree with you there. A little bit too much showboating. If you're fighting for the title, if you're fighting for the establishment, Elias is the champion. You have to stay focused.
Is he fighting for the establishment? I'm not even sure he is, because for all the things that I've seen from Malik here at this company, he hasn't exactly been a great person. Are we sure that he's not just fighting for himself?
What are you talking about? How has Malik not been a
sorry,
good person?
did you not do your research on Malik? He hasn't exactly had the best of character here in this company up until tonight, when all of a sudden he had a stroke of consciousness.
My God. Well, what I know is that Elias just hit a superplex to Malik, and while Elias tried to pick him up and looked like what he's going for another suplex or a Falcon Arrow, Malik countered into a suplex of his own. Both men are down here. Referee counting to 3, looking for that 10 count. If these men don't get up, we'll have a nose contest. But it looks like Elias again, not Elias, excuse me, Malik, trying to will himself into this match, trying to get the people behind him, fighting to his feet, fighting for the establishment, fighting for himself. And I know he's fighting for more than himself.
Almost at a count of 9 here. Well, it looks like the referee being a little lenient there, stopping when they're on their knees. Technically, he's not supposed to do that. But you know what? I'm fine with it because this has been a tremendous match. And I'll give credit where credit's due. I did not expect this kind of fight from Malik when we haven't seen him in so long here tonight.
Man, well, I can tell you Malik has a lot of fight in him. All you got to do is look at his gear, and you can tell that man is a fighter. And I don't have to say much more about that.
And a huge super kick. Malik had turned his back, and Elias Roman made him pay. Back fist into an enziguri. And snap German suplex. And that is one of the reasons why AK-47 is the anti-executive champion. Last shot. Cover. Could this be it? Ah, Malik!
Oh, my gosh. Elias again with that fight in him, refusing to give up, refusing to let Elias continue to terrorize the establishment here, terrorizing people like Charlie, terrorizing people like De La Rosa, terrorizing people like Dakota, terrorizing people like the House of Spades, terrorizing this entire company. Malik is fighting for everybody here with a heart and a soul at the establishment, and he's not going to give up easily.
We're looking for what Adam Cole would call a Panama sunrise. Malik able to counter. Up goes Roman. What's Malik going for here? Look at Roman trying to fight out of it, and he does.
Looked like he's going for a spin-out powerbomb, but lost momentum. Elias countered.
Malik's got Roman up on his shoulders, and a long dart into the second turnbuckle.
My goodness.
Look at the look on Elias's face. I don't know if he knows where he is.
My goodness.
And Malik, he went for it earlier. Maybe he's going for the, well, no, it looks like he's going to go for something else here. Changing his strategy a little bit now.
Looking for some type of maybe a springboard forearm. What are we going here? Oh, my goodness. My gosh.
Springboard blockbuster. Do we have a new champion? No!
Elias.
AK-47 kicks out at AK 2.9.
Wow. The crowd here.
Look at this springboard blockbuster. And you're right, Mr. McKinnon. This crowd is letting everybody know how this match has gone for them. But can Malik finish the job, or will Elias finish the job as he's done the last few months?
Man, Elias pulling himself up by Malik's tights. Malik looking in disbelief that Elias is able to get up. Oh my gosh, dropping him hard on the mat. And he might be trying to go up for that 450 once again.
Going up to the top rope. Malik
man.
goes for it.
Oh my goodness, a beautiful 450. With the 3 count, is he gonna do it?
And wait a minute.
What the hell?
Elias Roman got his feet on the ropes. He got his foot on the rope.
No, he did not get his foot on the rope. Raylan Bennett said that this clogged artery here just went ahead and put his foot on the rope for Elias, saving his championship once again. Hey, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Hey, put that championship back. Yo, what the hell is going on? Hey, TJ, get back here. You are a commentator. You shouldn't be getting for. Hey, what the hell is going on? You handing the title to Elias. What the hell is happening here? I knew this guy was losing it. I knew this guy was a piece of garbage, man. I thought I knew this man. I thought I freaking knew this man. This guy talked about being God-fearing. He's sitting there smiling. Look, smiling at the, my goodness, and the referee has no idea what's going on. And this guy, my goodness, Malik laying out life member. My God, Malik, turn around, man. Malik, turn around. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man, what a shot to the head. I can't believe it. Our disgusting, my broadcast colleague, who's supposed to be a God-fearing man, a man about God and country and his family, just doing disgusting actions, and Elias with the Destino. Unbelievable, man. Elias Roman. I can't believe this garbage.
Here is your winner, and still anti-executive champion, Elias AK-47 Roman.
I cannot believe this, what I'm seeing here right now. TJ Lopes, Mr. Tyler, Mr. George Washington was a great president. Over here showing his true colors here tonight. Talking about he's not dressed in Latinos in full effect garb because he's turned over a new leaf. He was scared last time. And now in full-blown cahoots, this guy sold his soul to the devil himself. This guy, Tyler, is a turncoat, and I'm ashamed to be sitting next to this guy this entire time, pretending to be unbiased, pretending to be somebody that cares about this company, pretending to be somebody that cares about the establishment, and this guy is full of garbage, full of garbage. I am happy that Raylan Bennett put his hands on you now, because somebody needs to knock some sense into this guy. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I cannot freaking believe this. And Malik getting destroyed here, getting beat, tied up in the ropes. Somebody do something about this. Somebody, let's get a referee out here, some security, something. Unfreaking believable, man. Trash. Straight garbage. Straight garbage is what I'm looking at in the ring. They're choking this man. Somebody do something. Somebody do something. You see our owner, the owner of the establishment here, Charlie, having to watch in disgust.
Sorry. Did you guys not want that to happen? Hey, Charlie. A few weeks ago, you asked me if those pictures of me hanging out with life were real. You want to know if the rumors are true? You want to know if I join Latinos in full effect? You're damn right I have.
Garbage. Sick. Disgusting. This man's supposed to be about somebody. How you gonna go home and look at your wife when you get home?
I knew from the beginning what you was gonna do.
I don't give a damn what you think you know. Here's what you need to know. Me llamo, it's not Tyler. It's not TJ. It's not TJ Lopes. Me llamo Tomas Javier Lopez.
Oh, now he's Hispanic all of a sudden. Now he's been adopted.
Amo Latinos en full effect.
He had one Corona and now he's Hispanic. He drank one Malta and now he's a representative of the Caribbean. Give me a freaking break, man. Give me a freaking break.
Hey, in this moment right here, Charlie, I'm gonna give it a buck with you. This is when we go off script. I was told from day one, when you hold this belt, it means power. I was told from day one, when you hold this belt, you're number one. And each time I step into the ring, I'm sorry to say it, it's been about Vertigo, it's been about Ramos, it's been about Poppy, it's been about Lopez. With all due respect, I own each and every one of them. I own life and I own the establishment.
You hear this? This is your champion.
If you like it or not, I run this shit and ain't a damn thing you can do about it, Charlie.
And this is your king. This is your king, Tomas. This is your king. This man just came out here and said that he owned the members of life. He owns the establishment. He owns these people that have been loyal to him. And I gotta know how life members feel about that. How they feel about being owned by somebody that they've been helping. This is absolutely gross, man. This is absolutely disgusting. Malik doesn't deserve this. I don't know how many.
Hey, McKenna, just wait. Because wait, don't cut it yet. Oh, and I'm sorry. You know I am. TJ Lopes, whatever your freaking name is, Lopez. I maybe can't do nothing about these wrestlers that work. I know Elias can fire them and hire them. Hey, Lopez, you're fired.
TJ Lopes, Tyler Tomas, whatever his name is now, has been fired by the owner of the establishment, rightfully so. Elias has been running a coup on this company for months now, firing Mikey Spandex, firing James, St. Patrick, not James St. Patrick, forgive me. He's been putting his hands on our talent, our staff, This guy doesn't care about anything. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. You hear him talk about how he owns the people that are supposed to be helping him. This is the kind of king that the establishment is supposed to have. This is the kind of king the establishment deserves. Tyler got what he deserved tonight. And I don't know if Charlie firing him is going to be enough. I hope so. Because the way that Elias doesn't give a damn about the rules here, I don't know what to expect. But my goodness, all I know right now is that Malik put up a hell of a fight, and I have to believe that Charlie has enough power to keep that in effect, that Tyler is no longer going to be here. So I guess I'm going to be your sole commentator here at the establishment. Man, I just can't. I can't believe what I just saw, man. This is just absolutely gross. And ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a lot of things over the last few months here, and I really don't know what to say. I don't know what to expect. The only thing that I know is that we're supposed to be back on May 9th, and we'll see what kind of show that we have here. Excuse me, I have to tell these people something.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to the establishment wrestling. Thank you so much for being a part of this night. Seeing this crowd it definitely brings life into the establishment, regardless of all the chaos that we've seen. And thank you again to Charlie for trying to restore some order, giving Tyler the firing that I think that he deserves. But we will be back on, if I'm not mistaken, May the 9th.
May the 2nd.
May the 2nd, forgive me. May the 2nd, we will be back. And please stay tuned. Make sure you follow the Establishment Wrestling on all social media platforms for our upcoming locations and dates. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. We're live streaming. If you want to watch this back, make sure you go back to YouTube, share with your family and friends. Please get home safely tonight. Make sure you support the talent that has merchandise. Make sure you support the wrestlers here. And again, please get home safe. Thank you so much. God bless.
And we want to thank everybody that came out tonight. I know we got some new faces in tonight, which I thank y'all so much for coming out. Please support us some more. Again, all over social media, so just check us out. Y'all have a great night, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
In the ring, I see them where the ground is still singing. If everyone feels like this, tell me what did we miss? We are the ash after thunder, breathing the ghosts in the air, carrying runes on our shoulders, too numb to cry, too loud to care. We are the ash after